Hello everybody and welcome to another ESFL fight card, the Esports Fight League. We are here tonight. It is ESFL 42. We have a fantastic card coming at you. I've seen it. It is beautiful. I cannot wait to show you. We've got a title fight on tonight. So many big names showing up and we have a new name in the booth this evening, Mr. Mirko Brokop. Welcome to the ESFL. Glad to have you here.
Good evening, Bay. Great to be here. Looking forward to an exciting night of fights.
Excellent. I mean, you've joined at a prime time. We have some fantastic matches ups tonight. We've got some veterans. We've got some new blood coming in. We've got the champ defending his belt. There's a PS4 card tonight, guys, if you are not aware. So we're going to take a quick look at that fight card. Let me just shout some names out for you. In the main event, Swiss Liebax fighting a Bathing Ash. Swiss defending that title. That's going to be a great matchup. Co-main event there, the return of GOAT, the GOAT, taking on Pre-United. Oh my god. And then co-main, we got Pry fighting the Spider, a striker's dream. Just so many big names on this card tonight. Anyone standing out to you, Mirko? At all?
Who's Mecca?
Mirko!
Oh, you said, I was like,
we had a discussion.
Yes, I thought you said Mecca.
No,
I was like,
good.
oh, wait a second, Mirko. Okay, there's a little bit of thing there. You know what really sticks out to me tonight is going to be a Bathing Ash taking on Swiss Liebax. I myself has came across both these guys in Ultimate Team, very, very well rounded to say the least. A jack of all trades between both of them. So really, there's no room for error in this match for either of these guys. So will Swiss Liebax hold on to it? Or is a Bathing Ash going to do just what it takes to take out the champ?
It's a really interesting matchup with two very technical guys, two very, very intelligent fighters. And Swiss has looked unstoppable, but a Bathing Ash has shown some real flashes of brilliance in the ESFL. So we'll see if he can pull it together, find a way to win, see what tactic he employs, see if he goes straight for the power, try and rush, put the pressure in, or if he's going to try and grind him down, break him apart, work that stamina game. It's going to be fantastic, but
I really see... Go ahead, I apologize.
I was going to take us off to the next fight, but please give us the analysis. I would love to hear it.
Here's my take on it. I really truly think Swiss Liebax myself, I've been able to take out with a spinning back kick to the head. That seems to be his Achilles heel. So really, if there's a game plan tonight for a Bathing Ash, I would say it would be to break out the spinning shit.
I would say that's probably always effective. And I mean, that could throw people off. You know, it comes out of nowhere. You got to set it up though. Swiss may see it coming. He's seen a lot. He's seen a lot. But if you've done it, I'm sure he can get away with it. We'll see what he employs. But we are ready. We are going to jump to our first fight, which is going to be King BKR taking on Skippy. I'm going to say Scope. I believe it's Scope MMA with an X though, so it's a little hard to say. We're going to go with Scope MMA, but we're jumping over here. The first fight of the night here, kicking us off in style, and it should be a great matchup. Women's strawweight, Mirko.
So BKR taking on as Jessica Penne, really testing his skills against a very, very high-statted Joanna Jędrzejczyk on Scope MMA. Scope MMA definitely doesn't need the advantage, so really this is BKR trying to make a statement, letting everybody know he doesn't need statistics to win the fight.
And he's just picked Joanna, and actually... Scope picked Rose, so they changed those picks from earlier on.
So they changed at the last second, so I apologize.
That's okay, it's fine.
So wait a second, now we got some last minute changes here.
Well, yes,
this is like the King of the Cage fight on an Indian reservation. Fights can change at the drop of a dime.
They generally do. Sometimes you get those little mind games. They try and throw each other off with those initial picks. Just make them
This is like mixed martial arts in 1998. We're literally picking people out of the crowd.
I don't know if that was ever a thing, but that's certainly not the case, I guess, here tonight.
You never really watched MMA in the United States in the late 90s. It was a total shit show.
I didn't. I can't argue against that. But we do have Scope MMA here with that Rose Namajunas pick. Maybe see work that outside game. Definitely got some grapple stat advantages, especially when it comes to working that top game and off the back if it goes there. Clinch work's going to be kind of even here, but Scope MMA with Rose, some good kicks. Let's see if the outside game gets played. But King picking up
everything else is virtually identical.
I would assume they are virtually identical as well. But we do have King here going with that Joanna pick, which is, you know, it's a solid pick. well-rounded, good matchup. Got to be careful not to blow out those combos early on either, because you can hit those 4-5 punch combos, finishing with those kicks, but it's about patience when you're playing Joanna. It's about choosing your shots wisely and not getting too zealous.
On the opposite end, as going against someone who's using Joanna, it seems like in my experience and experience with a lot of other people that play at a high level, keeping on the outside or some of those combos plays a huge factor.
I would say that's right. We're seeing some outside leg kicks being worked nice, easily here. We're getting this on with the first round. Again, guys, here we have Red Gloves. We've got King Breaker, Scope MMA in the blue. ESFL 42 tonight, kicking us off with a great night of fights we've got coming your way. So, good way to set it off with two relatively newcomers there. King's had quite a few fights in the ESFL now. Some wins, some losses. Always looking to get a win back on the record here and doing a good job circling out to the side, staying on the back foot on the outside of that inner octagon as well, which is not really where you want to be at any point. But if you can handle the outside pressure, you can work. And beautiful job using the jab to circle back in. Right hand over the top. Great work. And the double jab coming out here with good pressure from Scope. Lots of people using that double jab these days.
You know, the fight that I'm seeing right here is BKR is really sticking it to Scope MMA, in my opinion, right here. Doing a really good job utilizing the kicks, but not overusing it. Very good job hiding it between the strikes here. Yeah, you definitely want to set them up, especially if you're circling off and throwing that right leg kick. You can get caught nice and easy with the 1-2. You want to make sure, but there's a nice little timing after the 1-2 step fail there. And she moved in, or he moved in, Scope to land that 1-2. Came short on it, King Breaker return with the outside leg kick, which is already chopping up and looking nice and red here. 1-2 nicely to the body and out before the uppercut return. You always try to hit that uppercut when your opponent goes low to the body there. So beautiful work. But now Scope finding that jab as King's breaking off to the side. But there's the nice outside leg kick. Gets the rock off and closed in for the 1-2. Lands the big right hand here and working that body nice and tight. Forward pressure coming back from King Breaker now, Mirko. What I'm seeing here is Scope's really having an issue with the block here. Really getting it broke through here. But I'm already seeing that Jurjacek, BKR here, is already really kind of going stamina. Even though this is only a 3-round fight, he's really got to watch it. I think that the game plan is to finish it, and Scope MMA was rocked there for a second, but recovered quickly. But the thing is you see BKR already going through a lot of stamina with a lot of missed shots and a lot of long combos. Even though they're connecting, some of them are just really trying to break through the block to try to tenderize Scope MMA. And here's the thing, it's a game of longevity now for Scope, whereas it's a game of time for BKR, because if she starts losing too much stamina, this could be a really long night for BKR.
Yeah.
But right now, taking the round very convincingly is BKR over Scope MMA.
For sure. Those double leg kick rocks are going to work, but there's a lovely belly-to-belly suplex trying to side control here, but rolls into sprawl. Nice work, trying to get the backside sick, and then get hit with the hammer fist. Still rolls to full guard, though. Nice recovery for BKR, but it's not going to matter. Tries to hit a little get up, gets a knife, just uses a little grapple stamina towards the end of the round, but that will be it for round one. Great work by BKR on the outside, chopping up that lead leg, big heavy on that right leg kick, and coming forward with some forward pressure. We're going to see some in the highlights here. Hits the one, bam, straight out to the outside leg kick, and a quick change up of stances there. A little bit of lag on the stream. No, we're good. Quick change of stance there for Scope, who hopefully can fight a southpaw, right, Mirko? Because it looks like you're going to have to.
Yeah, that's one of the advantages of actually chopping down the leg and properly using the leg strikes in this game.
Yeah.
Jabs not being repetitive, doing just jab, jab, kick, jab, whatever you can to change it up to keep them guessing.
For sure. And
so let's see how the stamina looks for BKR starting out this round.
Yes, round two. They're going to touch him up, get back in. A nice little stand-up war we're having here. The first fight on the card here, ESFL 42. We've got some great fights coming up tonight. Swiss defending the belt. It's going to be good.
So BKR right here already starting to lose some of that stamina, throwing some whipped, large, significant strikes from the outside, but makes up for it there.
Yeah, and there's the big right hand over the top.
No MMA.
Beautiful work.
Which she has been tenderizing the entire round.
Yeah, when you're throwing that jab out there, when you force that southpaw stance, that right hand can come right over the top. Great work by King, finding a home for it right there off the jab of his own. Now working the inside leg kick with that right leg and getting back to
stamina is taking some real damage. And That block's taking some damage, and Scope MMA's taking advantage of this. This may be the turning point in the match.
Came down low.
Not quite. Rocked again, even the legs are affected.
Yeah, came down low with that lead right hook to the body and just left too much of a window open. The jab right hand came over the top from BKR, again rocking that head, and Scope still pushing forward here, not deterred by that at all, trying to get the pull counter off, just not able to do it.
It's Scope also having a little bit of issues with the cardio as well, starting to take significant body shots, which are starting to take their toll. We're about halfway through the fight here at the 2.5-minute mark in the round 2.
Yeah, and like you said, it will be a game of stamina, but you know, sometimes you want to play that stamina game, and before you know it, you get knocked out, so you can't always be ready to engage in that stamina war, especially with this forward pressure that Scope is putting on. But Scope has been taking quite a lot of damage to that head, blocks that lead outside leg kick, but yeah.
In the corner there, it ends up in top half.
Beautiful job.
Jurjacek doing a good job recovering, but trying to take the back there.
Running the pipe on that single leg, landing in the full guard here now. We saw King try to get that stand up. That get up, didn't
Scope
get it last time.
Right
Yeah,
there, taking advantage, and really now going to start wearing that body down for even worse cardio for BKR.
Beautiful.
Oh, but gets it.
Nice little
Gets
backside.
the reversal there, but had to use some stamina there to get out of there.
Yeah, nice.
So BKR, in my opinion, I believe is winning this round. Scope MMA's got to ask himself what he can do to take this over, to try to make this 1-1. Otherwise, we're going to have to look at a finish, in my opinion.
Beautiful straight left.
Oh, this might be enough to take the round between the takedown. Oh, but he gets rocked himself.
Beautiful return on that right hand there as well. Off that straight left, coming back with that 1-4. She's been landing it all night.
Really try looking for the takedown.
Scope did a good job running the pipe on that single leg earlier. I'd love to see some body kicks coming out, try and take away some of that stamina, trying to hit that lead uppercut.
People get reckless the last 10 seconds of a fight or a round, and that is the time, in my opinion, to get the takedown.
To score some points.
But they decide to keep it on their feet, and it looks like a very close round 2. That was really up in the air, but I think for either of these women, they want to finish this fight.
I don't think the competitors are women, though. Just
you know,
clear at home.
I'm seeing women on television here.
That's true.
On the stream, so it's hard for me to call them dudes.
It's okay. We are going to hit that round 3.
BKR are definitely guys, but they are using women tonight. Very strong women in a very strong fight to open up ESFL 42 tonight.
Scope adopting that southpaw stance immediately started this round, taking way too much head damage to trade like this on the immediacy here. Real good work from BKR, just trying to land that straight left hand of his own. Knows a cool rock with it earlier. Nice job blocking the lead hook to the body there, and there was the head kick from Scope, but just fell short as well. And you can tell the BKR's trying to land that straight left, pulled it there, fake it out. Look how low that head health is right there. But no, look at the blocks getting chewed up right here, Beko.
And now it looks like Scope MMA is ready to empty the gas tank this round, knowing that if he wants to secure victory, he's going to have to finish it.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think we got 2 rounds right here in the book for BKR, who's now sitting on that back foot, content to counter that straight left, land a few good ones. Even those jabs are flashing the health right now of Scope, who has to find a way to enter carefully, but not like that. Straight into a lead head kick, tries to follow up the straight left as well, but eating those outside leg kicks now from that southpaw stance.
Scope was doing a really good job on the ground, and there was a missed kick, and there we go. Perfect timing.
Yeah, beautiful job running the pipe with that single leg, and gets the half guard, denies the transition this time straight into mount here.
Oh, but easily out of there is BKR.
Couple of jabs trying to change, get that side control position, but you're not going to finish here.
The transition there, back in the mount.
Why? He's got 2.5 minutes.
This could be something good, but right here, back in the top half.
It's going to be very hard to finish, I think.
If she has the side saddle position available, that would be just perfect.
It's always hard to get these straight up ground and pound finishes in the ESFL. Everyone's so well versed on the ground, everyone aware defensively of what to do, but I say that she doesn't get the hip bump off.
Oh, not quite.
So close, fails the arm trap, manages to get a little hip bump off to the right hand side, back into the half guard.
Patient.
Have to be patient now. Minute 30.
Back to sprawl.
Ooh, outside hammer fist there. Wisely sitting to the side control. Don't want to take too much damage. And BKR's just in survival mode now. Knows surely he's got this fight won. Just has to survive the rest of this round. Or maybe not. You never know what the judges are going to do. They both did rock each other round 2.
And the takedown can play a big factor in round 2.
That's true. That is very true. You got that body-to-body suplex. It was good work. And back into the mount again here. That ground and pound posture up position. Scope going to try and rain down hooks from both sides here.
Less than a minute here to finish it. Oh, not quite.
Good little job on that bump. Back to half guard.
Raining down, body, elbow, body head.
He's coming over the top. BKR has to do a block. You have to hit a transition. Got 8 seconds left in the round. 5 seconds left in the round. Oh my goodness. Goes the distance.
Oh my God, way to finish the fight. Scope MMA on top of BKR. Almost finishing it there. But man, this is a close one. First I thought this might have been 2-0, but you know, in the judge's eyes, that third round might have made that second one look a lot closer. It could go either way.
Beautiful job there, stepping out with the 1-2, not standing still, throwing it, moving laterally and hitting that 1-2 to the body, which is beautiful work. And she was using that a lot. He was using that a lot to set up the outside leg kick and then came on the inside with the leg kick with the stance switch, which really changed the dynamic of the fight pretty quickly as well. I mean, for all we know, Scope not very comfortable fighting out southpaw. Oh my goodness. This could go either way. Split decision is crazy. Oh my goodness.
Oh, here we go.
The takedowns. Oh, BKR walking away with the victory. I know he'll be happy with that one.
BKR with the split decision. You know, Scope MMA has nothing to be ashamed of there. That could have went either way, literally. One judge tonight thought he took it, but unfortunately 2 others gave it to BKR. BKR is the victor tonight.
I mean, that
by split decision.
Like you said, that could have gone either way, and I know BKR will be super happy to get another win here at ESFL, get another number next to that name. Not been the easiest road for BKR.
Let's see some of the statistics here. A very much more active Rose Namajunas in terms of overall strikes, top control, takedowns, and everything looked great. But overall, if you notice, there was only 4 stuns, two leg events, only 1 wobble overall here for Rose Namajunas, which that might have played a factor.
Yeah, I think there was that second round rock that she got with that straight left, which was good work right against the cage there, but BKR immediately able to return right there, came over the top of the right hand and hit those leg kicks, and definitely, I mean, Scope showed some good timing on those takedowns around the pipe a couple times, that single leg.
And, you know, it's one of those things, it's hindsight. I almost feel bad for Scope because he was so successful in that third round that if he could have done that in either the first or second with the ground game, definitely would have been the victor tonight, but it did not turn out that way. BKR holds on to the victory in the opening fight of tonight's ESFL 42.
Yeah, definitely. It was a really good job with the ground and pound from Scope. Like you said, maybe future employment of that would definitely help. I don't know if there are any better grapplers really in that division, the flyweight division with a top game. I know Rose has got some very good grappling, but I can't really think who else you've got there that could possibly, I mean, if you want to mix your game up, if you want to incorporate more, I think Rose is just great good for the full round. So definitely picked up the right fight, but those leg kicks really changed the dynamic early, and too much forward pressure from Scope early, just continuously walking into those leg kicks. You know, you eat a few, you got to start changing bait, pull some feints, get those leg kicks out, and then counter or check some. She checked one earlier, and yeah, Scope, once he checked it, just grab that nice easy takedown.
Yeah, that was just a great fight overall. What a way to kick off tonight's festivities. So we're going into the second fight here coming up.
Yeah, we're just going to wait for the next 2 fighters just to get ready, make sure they're in the lobby ready to go. It will be a featherweight. I'm
just trying to see. So who is it coming up here? Is this going to be City versus Jab Straight Spam?
No, we've got Ty Cannon coming up next, taking on King Aztec, which again,
Ty Cannon taking on King Aztec. Yeah. Okay.
And Ty, we've seen a couple of times here at the ESFL. He's made a few of appearances, and King relatively new as well here. So it's always nice to have these young up and comers open up the card for us, because we get this new blood in. I remember when many of these fighters were making their ESFL appearances, and it feels good. It feels good to see more new people coming through, more competitors wanting to compete. You know, get the best of the best. But the fight is ready. We're going to jump on over to the fight, and it looks like it's going to be a featherweight right now. Ty maybe locking in that Aldo pick. Aztec obviously grabbing that Conor McGregor. And yeah, we don't see McGregor too much at featherweight. Definitely lightweight a lot. We don't really have too many fights at featherweight. We see a lot of Aldo, see a lot of Holloway, Frankie.
Any time I see this fight on the game, I enjoy it much more than the one that actually happened.
What's wrong with the one that happened? That was a beautiful fight. 30 seconds.
It lasted 13, 14 seconds. So, I mean, you know, it's like on this, it's nice to see it play out a little bit, but obviously real life trumps the video game. But tonight, we're going to have a legendary fight reenactment between King Aztec.
McGregor will have a 4-inch reach advantage.
And Ty Cannon, there we go. I was going to jump in for you there. It's all right, we got it. Not easy. We do.
I had to get my fight card.
It's all right. You got to grab it. You got to grab it. We do have the in-game commentary on. The fighters haven't turned that off, so I'm going to have to just lower that volume there for us because we don't want to be speaking over the in-game commentators, but we will do our best to negate it regardless. But they're touching the gloves. Here they go. Second fight of the night here. ESFL 42. Great fight so far. And Aztec here taking the McGregor, picking the red gloves. Ty in the blue on Aldo.
Ty Cannon fighting backwards right now, just trying to, looks like already trying to keep on the outside to avoid those really significant strikes for Conor McGregor.
Yeah, those straight rights, those body shots, it all starts to add up real quick when you're fighting Con. You've also got to be careful on the outside, though, because Con's got such great kicks as well. Big body kicks. There's a nice little lead leg side kick there, right to the midriff, and Kratz come back over the top with the overhand and switch to the body by
nice
Ty.
Body shot by Ty Cannon.
He's going to need plenty of that if he wants to take that stamina damage, but already Aztec adapting, catching it.
I've done a little more with catching that kick, but I guess he was trying to play it safe. I'm not sure what he was thinking there, but decided to be a little bit nice. Lets down Ty Cannon's leg there.
Maybe that's what he was doing. Maybe he was trying to be nice, you know. Outside leg kicks landed twice there, but as King was retreating, not maximum damage really.
Nice with those kicks.
If he can negate that forward pressure with those leg kicks, we can see that play a factor in the last fight. But Ty Aztec here choosing to fight orthodox as Conor. He's got a good switch stance stat, but a little different. Beautiful left hand, tries to come back with that rear uppercut, which is going to be a good shot for him. But
the name of the game tonight for a lot of these power strikers is really blowing their wad early to inflict a lot of damage on their opponent. Win those rounds convincingly, and then in the third round, just trying to cruise is what it seems like. It's also the night of the body shot, both ends of it.
Definitely, and I think both fighters have great body work just with the fighters they've chosen here. Definitely on McGregor, you got a beautiful roundhouse to the body. Definitely work that in, and you have that switch lead leg on Aldo for Ty, who's definitely going to employ that as much as you can. I mean, you can mitigate your output efficiency by working that your opponent's body, so you can definitely strike as much as you want as long as you're working that body at the same time, and then you can keep that up. You're landing those significant strikes and controlling the stamina output as well. And Ty whiffing there on some empty shots, pull counter there, just out of range, just slip out, and those side kicks are going to start adding up here as well, just whiffing these strikes on the outside. Ty is going to start losing some stamina.
King Aztec's really being brave with that stamina, even though he's landing a lot of body kicks and really knocking down Ty Cannons as well. He's getting hit with a lot of body shots as well as expending a lot of energy.
There's that switch off that lead leg again there, tries to hit that uppercut as King stepped in for the 1-2, landed it, but didn't cause a rock. Not there in this instance. Maybe if he'd set up for a hook or a hand, the vulnerability would have been smoother. Beautiful 1-2-3 comes back with the 1-4 as well. Get the rock, the block breaker doesn't go off. Ty low stamina here. Aztec trying to surge backwards on the return. Beautiful pull, trying to escape there, but beautiful 1-2-3 straight down the pipe. Standing still, didn't reach any shot. Oh, big overhand, but they trade it. Right hand lands, left kick to the outside leg.
Convincingly wins that round. Fantastic work.
Beautiful trading.
What a way to end the round.
Yeah, real trading right there. There's the 1-2-3. Bam, beautiful. Steps in with the jab, right hand there as well. That uppercut gets blocked. And there's the overhand jab, right hand connects.
Right on the chin.
Boom, big trade right there. And almost a double rock, but no. Boom, straight over there. That's beautiful right there.
Very reminiscent of Matt. Oh, what's his name?
Matt Hamill?
Really reminiscent of going against Carlos Condit. I thought about Matt Brown. Misspoke. Carlos Condit versus Dan Hardy, where they both clipped each other.
Yeah.
But one of them got clipped a little bit harder.
The left hook gunsling. It's great, yeah. Remember that one. All right. Here we go. Round 2. Second fight of the night right here. Nice little stand-up display. I mean, these two are going at it. Connor and Aldo, you gotta be careful here, but good rocks from both fighters so far. Aztec maybe a little bit lower on that stamina. Gonna have to find some home for those body kicks.
Ty Cannon seemed to recover a little bit better between rounds. And on top of that, oh! Speaking of recovery between rounds, it did
that
not
block!
look like Aztec
So low, this could be it.
Between rounds.
Ty completely burning his stamina there, trying to get the finish. King Aztec's health is so low, still pressing forward there, but got super rocked off the overhand. Block and health non-existent. Clip with the toes of the head kick. And Ty just no stamina to follow up after that, but there's a straight into the lead hook. Beautiful job. And Aztec has to be so careful right now. That health phase flashing, faking that side kick is not what you want to do, or trading elbows on the inside. You want to look for those counters and stay way out there. Try and make it to the next round, get some health recovery, because you are in trouble, my friend.
And he's whipping a lot of punches there, and he is rocked yet again.
Ooh, front kick. Tries to
doing
grab
the panic. He's turning into a panicked wrestler, big.
Yeah, trying to grab that single off that blocked front kick. Unable to do it and roll to full guard. Slight mistake right there. That's getting easy to read these days. Most people deny that full rotation to full guard when your health's this low. A little risky. Tries to get it anyway, but manages to sit.
McGregor is going to lose a lot of that stamina. This is not a good place for King Aztec whatsoever. Ty Cannon really turning it up in the second round. This might be it. And Ty Cannon finishes it by strikes. Second round, what a victory.
Beautiful job. Came out, started that second round, set him up with the overhand. Beautiful flurry of strikes. Clipped him with that head kick as he dropped down. Didn't have the stamina to finish, but stepped back in. It was a beautiful straight right left hook that started the rest of that off. Left Aztec just dizzy, wobbling. He shot that takedown, stuffed, took top position.
King Aztec eats a couple pieces right there, and he is asleep.
A clean, beautiful work, and just continuous work. There's tough for Aztec once he hit that ground. Took just a little bit too much damage on the feet right there. Head health just flashing, just a little too low, and kept coming forward aggressively. There was no change in mentality or game plan from Aztec there. He still wanted to straight or head movement. True, yeah, exactly.
Or footwork, really. I seen him use footwork a couple times, and I'm not trying to sound rude. It looked like it might have been a mistake, like he didn't even intend to do it. That might be something he wants to look into to further his career with the ESFL.
Yeah, he did step in a little bit, and you know, you got two choices really when you get hit. You know, especially in that situation, you either come forward and try to get your opponent back, which is very dangerous, or you pick your shots, you try to counter, you try to recover, take down the pace of the fight, control the distance, control the range, and play safe, land those shots, throw two-punch combinations, but he didn't. He came straight forward, ate that straight right left hook, and from then on, he was just in pure survival mode. But a good fight nonetheless.
All right, so next up we have, is it going to be Avita X versus Mesrine?
Yes, it will be indeed. I think there may have been a last-minute change here. We're going to have a quick look just to make sure we get the right one. But no, you are correct. It will be Mesrine taking on Avita X here. Number 4 fight, and they look like they're ready to go, so we should just jump straight on into that one.
Let me get that link here real quick. For whatever reason, it's not working for me on Twitch TV.
Okay, if you go into here, I will just drop it right here for you. All right,
perfect. Thank you.
Go. No problem. All right, but yeah, we're going to be heavyweights now, guys. So if the last couple of fights were over pretty quick, you can pretty much assume that the heavyweight fighters generally are. Although I say that, and watch us have a 5-round fight right here. I think we've got a streamer from France, Mesrine. Parlez-vous le français? Micro? No? It looks like we've got a nice little French setup here. I like to see this. We've got Goro-san competing later on tonight. We'll get the whole, I want to say Korean, but I think that might be incorrect. I won't assume anything. Are you ready to combattant Elliot toi? All right. Always a good matchup at heavyweight. If you don't get too many competitors, pick a heavyweight. If you aren't aware, generally the fighters themselves get to decide what weight class they fight at, and I know that the heavyweight and light heavyweight tends to be that separates some of the division. We get fighters that exclusively like to fight at those heavier weights. It's a different fighting system up there. You know, there's a lot more risk. It's a bit of a slower pace. The stamina has to be managed a bit more carefully. And generally, you end up mixing up the fight a lot more. It's not always a stand-up affair. We see the Curtis Blades pickup come here. I don't think we've ever seen him in the ESFL. I think that's the first appearance we have of Mr. Curtis Blades right here.
Still looking for that. Give me a second here.
I have got you. Not a problem. Here, let me send it over to you.
There it is. Thank you. Oh, yeah, it's a different link than originally. My apologies.
It's all good. It's all good. So we do have Advaita here. Advaita X taking up that Curtis Blades pick. Now, I don't know either of these fighters. I don't believe they've competed before. If they have, please forgive me. We do like to get them new blood on the cards coming up tonight. We do have Jab Straight, Brian T-Triangle City is competing. Goddard-san, T2 Shifty, Drizzo, Professor Sliv, Priox, Spider, Goat, Pre-Nighted, Swiss, A Bathing Ash. All the names you know and love. But tonight, we've got two men trying to make that name. Mezrin taking that Cain Velasquez pick. Another pick we don't see too much at heavyweight. Generally, a lot of DC, Mr. Daniel Cormier, a lot of JDS we see as well here. But two wrestler boxers here that we've got matched up. So we'll see how this plays out and see what these two bring to the table. I mean, both of these fighters could be coming into grapple right now, or they could be coming into strike. So we're going to find out what they're made of. It is their opening performances here, or at least the early ones, and you've got to be imagining they're abundant with nerves. So let's see if they can hold this together, keep the game plan, work their strategies here tonight, and get a good fight in. So Advaitia in the blue, Mesmerine in the red. Beautiful front kick. Right down the middle, and it comes in with a jab overhand. Not able to land that though. Little shoulder roll, anticipating the jab there from Ad. Not able to land it. Outside leg kick comes out there beautifully, and a lot of forward pressure right now from Mesmerine.
And it really looks like Mesmerine is trying to work some jabs to start engaging in the clinch to get it to the ground. I'm already seeing it.
Yeah, he is trying to keep that distance real nice and tight. He's working his way in with a jab. When he gets there, he just stood still, caught the knee though. Beautiful job, and then dives on the ankle pick. Doesn't get it.
But this is definitely a minute, just over a little bit of a minute in, you could already see the game plan for Mesmerine.
100%. Just standing literally right in front of him there. And then try to shoot that double against the cage. Almost gets it here. Going to pull down, trying to pull those legs out from underneath. Ad, who's doing wise little strikes to the side here. We don't always see that. Here's the power double.
Gets him here, and Avita X is going for a ride right in the side control, and Velasquez is going to start working.
Yeah, you can see Mesrine's game plan. Not even throwing strikes, just literally walking, standing toe-to-toe with Ad here, who needs to find a way to stop that forward pressure through a couple of those front kicks early on, but definitely come to the body with those hooks. If the block goes low, mix it up, go high-low. Definitely don't throw any knees. We see Mesmerine's looking for that, but he's stuck on the bottom here, this half guard position, and Mesmerine definitely taking his time, but he does get the sit out there, bumps the hip down, back into full guard.
And you got Avita X take a little bit out of the Carlos Condit playbook. Really doing well, striking off the back. Tim Means also known for doing that as well, just doing a killer job at getting the strikes, even though Velasquez is getting the top control time.
I mean, you definitely will score points doing that. I mean, I've had fights where you hit from the bottom and, you know, people just control from the top, and, you know, they don't get, takedowns are good, but top control isn't worth as much as strikes from the bottom if you're not hitting back. So no attempt really by there. Mesmerine trying to advance that position, stuck in the half guard, and good job by Ad getting up, who's now swinging wild and knows that forward pressure's coming there. Come in with the jab, rear uppercut, lead hook, a beautiful combo. We see a lot. Shoots his own single leg.
There.
And gets it. Look at the high crotch. Beautiful job.
Ooh, and pays it back to him. Same exact slam, same exact position. Let's see where he goes with it.
Holding that side control now. It's patience from both these fighters from their top games right here. Two beautiful little elbows. And Mesmerine gets a little sit out there, grabbing back that half guard, but beautiful pass straight back. Adverse having none of that, saying, I'm saying here in this side control, good job denying, and hits that crucifix as well, and now things get slightly dangerous here, but managing to get that position set out there. Back into side control.
And Blades was in the side saddle for just half a second. Very dangerous place to be. Velasquez wanted to be on the ground, but maybe not.
Oh, gets the reversal in the closing seconds of this round here, but man, I did wonder, you know, you get Curtis Blaze, you get Kane, definitely, you know, if you want to strike, there are strikers you can pick. So we are seeing some grappling here in the heavyweight division. We're going to hit this second round. Both fighters got their licks in, really. Ada getting that beautiful rock off that jabber uppercut lead hook combination. Just threw it again right there, as I said it. He loves it. So beautiful solid combo, and lovely steps out to the outside and hits that lead hook to the body, which homes in beautifully. You got to do more of that. That lead hook to the body is going to be solid money for him as Mazarine keeps walking forward. Now he's landing it beautifully here. Tries to go for it again. Got to be careful though. He's going to step straight into that right hand if he's throwing it. This forward pressure is insane, Mirko, from Mazarine.
Constant pressure, but at the same time, he's at this last round, I believe he's down only because he was outstruck so badly from his back.
Oh, double uppercuts here, left and right. And there's the front kick. Straight into the single leg. Gonna hit the high crotch again. And it's exactly what he did in the last round, Mirko.
Avita X taking him for a ride. Oh, and starting to inflict that ground and pound on Mazarine.
Oh, immediately sits up for the posture. And again, read by Mazarine. He did that at the end of the round here. So Adva showing
3 minutes to work in.
3 minutes to work, but Adva definitely showing a little bit of predictability there. Immediately got the rock through the front kick, shot the single leg into the high crotch power, and went straight for the posture up from half guard. But again, a beautiful sweep little job there. And now Mazarine back on the ground. So we have a little bit of a grappling exchange here. Some good reversals coming off. Denying that pass, and there's the full guard return. Lots of transitional fakes. You have to throw fakes when you're at this level. If you aren't faking, there we go. Went for a straight posture up without a fake. Didn't get it. And Mazarine trying to hit that sit up.
We've not seen any submission attempts tonight because we most beat. We might see something here from Velasquez.
We'll see if he can hit that guillotine from this bottom position, but the stamina advantage is not in too many bodies' favor here. It's going to be hard to work to a position from the back here to get enough stamina advantage to make that submission attempt worth it. But good job, foot on the hips, kicks up. Got to keep his back off this cage because there's a front kick into the single leg again for the third time. And you knew it was coming as soon as he's back to that cage. Adva loves to shoot it, and you know, just unable to stop that right now. And here comes that, oh no, I thought he was going to hit that Kimura then, but into that crucifix and back into side control. Adva definitely showing a lot of patterns here that could be adopted by Mazarine. He's going constantly for that crucifix from that side control, that front kick into that single leg. Mazarine just has to adapt his game a little bit here, and showing good work in the clinch. Tries to hit the hip toss, doesn't get it. Good transitional fakes from the clinch here by Adva, trying to hit that pummel under, but good deny. He's gonna hit the leg grab. Beautiful job. Lovely little elbows here. No sit out over the top. 5 seconds left, and woof. Close round, close round. Who do you think has that one, Mirko?
You know, in my opinion, I'm going to give that one. He had more takedowns, was more effective, did more damage, and on top of that, Velasquez is going to have a really hard time going to the round 3 here.
He keeps preempting that jab. He's not getting there, and he's done so much work with that lead body hook. Beautiful job. He's also stepping out, throwing it, which is good. He just needs to be a little careful. If there was an uppercut coming from Mazarine, I mean, Adva's showing a couple of signs here. Always last leading with that lead hook. He can just throw that right uppercut. He'll catch him every single time. Just a couple of adjustments, but no, Mazarine's constantly trying to move forward with that jab. Beautiful work there. Changing up a little outside leg kick, but it's a little late for leg kicks right now. Now still pushing for that 1-2, that lead hook. Again right there from Adva. Whew. Trying to get it, and just now the problem is he's trying to return. Adva's always countering. He's letting Adva count him. He's going to throw. Adva blocks and then counters, and he throws. Adva blocks and he counters. He's got the momentum just flowing in completely the wrong direction, and he's not stopping that forward pressure. He's not resetting his pattern. He's just continuously moving forward. Very easy to predict.
Mazarine gets dropped.
Yeah, just walked straight into that one. Mazarine not changing his attack tempo or patterns, just constantly moving forward. It's very easy to time when someone's moving at the same speed in the same manner every single time. It's very easy to counter. He needs to reset. Beautiful job. There's a nice overhand right there. Coming in with a straight lead uppercut, doesn't get it, and returns that hook. Again, so much head work here. Constantly blocked by Adva. He needs to mix it up, hit the body a little bit, try and find a way to set up these combos. And the forward pressure is good, but he's not doing anything with it. He's just moving forward, and Adva content to counter right now.
And on top of that, Mesrine is really not looking good in terms of stamina. So the likelihood of getting a takedown at this point is very low, and especially after getting rocked like that. But he's, knocked down again. Here
comes a single leg.
Blade's really sticking it to him.
Again, unable to stuff that takedown off that front kick into that single leg. 4 times he's hit that now. And Mesrine did a little job slipping those 2 uppercuts right there. He ate the uppercut, got rocked. 2 more uppercuts from Adver, slipped them both. Then immediately after the rock was broken, got rocked again with an uppercut. So Adver, man, just hitting those uppercuts, hitting that single leg, that high crush, that front kick's coming out. This crucifix position, and Mesrine unable to stop the offense from Adver here. The health is real low right here, Mirko. This could be it.
This could be it. At this point, Mesrine's just surviving, but it's not going to last much longer. This one is all over. Avita X takes it in the 3rd round via ground and pound, and the crucifix. Nice and nasty work.
Beautiful job, just right on top there, left elbow to the dome continuously, and good work by Adver right there. I mean,
look at the striking accuracy on the statistics as well.
Yeah, 50% of them significant strikes. I mean, he was countering real well. There was just constant forward pressure from Mesrine, which just made it easy for Adver to just counter, and he just kept hitting that lead hook to the body. There wasn't really much of a strategy change from Mesrine. It was just forward pressure, forward pressure, forward pressure, but he was throwing jabs. He wasn't threatening with anything and just walking into that uppercut. If you're going to use that kind of forward pressure, then you got to look to shoot when you have your opponent's back to the cage. Use that grappler fight. Try and intercept those strikes when they return, but the forward pressure, it was effective in that sense, but he really didn't do much with it and just kept walking into the shots right there. What do you think?
I think it was a fantastic match. I couldn't how much damage Velasquez started taking towards the middle of the 2nd round. It just really, that's been the story of it all night, is everybody has really been having a hard time maintaining that cardio if they're trying to take it to the ground. Velasquez from the get-go within a minute had attempted 3 takedowns, did not have a lot of success, and that basically was the rest of the night for him.
Yeah, it was it's a nice little matchup, a good little fight. A little bit of grappling here in the heavyweight division, which we don't always see as well, which is nice. And you can pretty much guarantee that the last couple of fights tonight are all going to be stand-up wars. So it's nice to get a bit of grappling in early here and see some new blood here get in there. But Adver walking away with that win tonight. Curtis Blades, not someone we see a lot. Good job hitting that high leg, that single leg high crotch right there as well. And we are going to move on to the next fight. We're just waiting here just to make sure we've got the fighters ready, just to confirm. We've had some last minute replacements here tonight, so we want to make sure that we get the right fights coming at you.
Definitely trying to see what the new one is here.
And we don't want to have to skip anyone. But it has been a good night so far, and I'm sure we'll keep that momentum going. Okay, we don't want to jump to intermission, but that is something we have within our power. If you are joining us tonight, this is the Esports Fight League 42. This evening, we do have Swiss Lobax defending that belt against a Bathing Ash in the main event of the evening. 2 of the best players in the world on the PlayStation. And we do have a little Xbox fight as well tonight, an exclusive Xbox fight. We've got Prioxis taking on Spider there in the Coco main event. And the co-main event, Goat taking on Pre-United for that top spot right here. So that's going to be a good matchup. So many good fights coming your way, guys. What a better way to spend a Sunday. I don't know if there is one than right here with us, the ESFL. And it looks like we have had a last minute replacement. I'm going to make sure you've got that right there, Mirko. And it looks like...
Yes, I see Krill Daddy is going to be taking on Dylan R99. It's going to be a pretty solid stand-up match tonight.
Yeah, we did have that TBD on the card, but it does look like it's going to be Krill Daddy stepping up to fight Dylan. And Krill's coming back over to PlayStation, I believe. He was here originally, then went over to Xbox, and now he's back here to PlayStation. I don't know if this is he's going to flick between the two, or if he's just filling in short notice tonight. But Dylan, no slouch, ESFL vet. This should be a good matchup here, and it's going to be a Coro mirror match as well. Sometimes these mirror matches are some of the best fights we have. Do you love a good mirror match, Mirko?
You know, I do, and it's crazy whenever they use Conor McGregor. He's so rarely used and unappreciated.
I would say the opposite here. Actually, in ranked, I agree.
I'm kidding. That
was sarcasm. That's my bad. I apologize. Everyone's like, I should have got that one. He's so really used, right? Yeah, no. Very true. Yeah, we do see a lot of him, but I don't mind a mirror match. I don't mind if ESFL has taught me anything. Some of these mirror matches we've had have been some of the best fights we've ever had right here. So a mirror match I will never shy away from. I will always embrace.
Guess what? Everything here is virtually identical.
I would agree, because it is identical. Because we do have that mirror match. And no excuses in a mirror match either.
Exactly, because you have the same exact stats and moveset, so there are no excuses.
Exactly right. And also, you got, if your opponent picks Connor, if you want to strike, you got to kind of pick Connor as well. There's not much else you could do to outstrike Connor at lightweight. Maybe there's a couple of fighters you could pick. Maybe you could try and implement some kind of clinch game. Maybe go RDA, try and get that switch lead off to the body, work that stamina down. But not too much. But Creel was okay when he came over to Xbox. He went 1-4 over here when he joined Xbox, and so he's 1-3. Excuse me, 1-3 over on the Xbox side. So he's popping back over here. He did fight some top competition. Got that win over Bone doing work, dropped 3 after that. Prodigies, Suspect 0, and lost last weekend to Matty Ice in a great fight, but obviously some top level competition. We're getting a little bit of a fix right here. All the crowd volume's going up. I always appreciate that from the fighters. They know us guys in the booth like the crowd. We get something to play off of, so it's going to be a good matchup right here. Creel coming back to PlayStation, and I'm excited for this one. They're about to touch gloves right here. They're going to get it going. 5th fight of the night. We got Creel Daddy taking on Dylan. And here they go. They touch him up. Creel in the blue.
Creel Daddy in the white trunks. Dylan in the green.
Yes. Just to correct that. Make sure that's right there. Beautiful lead leg. And then rear leg oblique kick to that front leg right here. And that jab just ate all that stamina after that whiffed. I think it was an axe kick right there. Beautiful job. Creel Daddy stepping in. The jab, lead hook. Nice tight combination. Very safe combination here. Just a small 2-strike combo. It's all you need. There's a straight left. Oh, left hand.
A minute in.
No.
Creel Daddy doing work very early on Dylan R. And Dylan R is in survival mode and taking shots to the dome and the body from guard.
Yeah, no.
Very nice work.
Beautiful job
by Creel Daddy.
Yeah, just dropped him with that left hand off that straight left, popped him, crashed right down on top. Creel Daddy feeling confident, immediately caught Dylan maybe sleeping. He's got to now reset, think what he's doing, get some nice fakes off, put the posture up. Nice right hand straight down the pipe, and if I know Creel is going to sit right here and do some damage, not really looking to pass, going to hold it, but good sit out for Dylan, and they're going to get right back on with the feet here.
Dylan giving a little respect and also giving up a lot of stamina after getting beat down hard in the first 2.5 minutes of this fight.
Yeah, I got clipped real clean with that 1-2 down the pipe after eating some of those lead leg kicks. And there we go. I love to see the circle on the body kicks. Creel Daddy circling off with that lead leg. Beautiful work to the body, but eats that nice return right here. And they're both working the lead leg here, trying to slip off, get that straight left down the middle. They're both looking for it if they're leading with a jab. 1-2-3 gets blocked there by Creel. Dylan trying to set up, find a home. You can tell he's trying to slip. Double jab doesn't land. And that 1-2-3 again coming out there. A little bit whiffed. There's a little lead leg head kick. Beautiful job.
Creel gets the counter. I mean, not Creel, excuse me. Dylan. They're both Conor McGregor, excuse me. Dylan now almost gives it back.
Yeah, beautiful job. Left hand cracks right on the chin right there. And Creel having to force back into retreat mode. Through that lead head kick, just whiffed right over the top. Beautiful jump and the slip off to the left hand right there. Put him against the cage. 1-2-3. Big left hand again. This could be it. The health fence is too low, but Creel's getting up.
And Dylan may have taken over this round after this point. That was 2 rocks in a row. Knocks him down a second time.
Beautiful little trip from the clinch right there. Shoots that single leg. Snatching it up, doesn't get it, but yeah, definitely I think coming back in a big way right there. Had Creel right against those ropes, cage, unloading there with beautiful combinations.
I'm just fried too, buddy, no problem.
Beautiful job unloading those combinations. Broke through with that left hook, dropped him again, and both players have been rocked with that straight left, and then come back with that big left hand, throwing that rear hook. So yeah, big weapons from both. Ooh, nice little straight left off that whiff kick. And you got to be so careful with this Conor, man. You miss, it could be a good night for you, but that's the end of the first.
That was a very close round. I mean, the first 2.5 minutes, it was all Creel Daddy. In about the second half of that round, it was all Dylan. I don't know which way it could go. That was really up in the air. I'm going to give that in my book. I got a 10-9 Dylan R heading into the second round.
A beautiful job. We see that little lead leg into that side kick. People set that up. I believe it was Spider I first saw use that. Beautiful job just mixing up that lead leg side kick to the body and then throwing head kicks and all sorts after it as well here. But a lot of work on that front leg, and I don't really like that that little front leg stomp or the oblique kick with that lead leg.
Yeah, the John Jones kick, as I call it. That's very popular. Yeah. Jackson Winkle John kick right there.
Yeah, just it's not very effective damage-wise. It's good if your opponent's moving backwards, but if they're moving forwards, the old roundhouse to the lead leg is definitely a bit of a stronger technique in my opinion. But doing a little good job. It's almost like a jab. He's using it as a jab to pro, but both using it right here and trading backwards and forwards. But you got to look at the stamina on Creel Daddy right now. It's dropping low. He needs to get some rocks here to try and make up some of that stamina difference, and he knows it. He's on the back foot and fighting, trying to counter, tries to hit that one rear uppercut lead hook. There he goes again with it. A nice blocks here, stifling it with that jab, and beautiful straight left rear left uppercut coming right through the pipe again there by Dylan, who's looking nice and fresh and on his toes right now. Gauging the distance, and there sets him up beautifully. Beautiful job. Caught him slipping into it, and there's the hand plant roundhouse to the midsection there as well. And now look at Creel.
Taunting Creel Daddy a little bit, letting him know that he did not appreciate that first round.
Yeah, it's straight out of the gate, right? Definitely he's settled in a little bit better here. And again, these 3-punch combos are just falling short for Creel, which is only going to hurt his stamina even more. Dylan definitely making sure to only throw nothing but the jab if he thinks it's going to land, whereas Creel's trying to get those big combos in. Steps in with that jab lead hook that worked for him there, but again we see him throw that straight left and that lead hook just whiffing open in empty air, and those little mistakes like that just add up. They start to hurt your stamina a little bit. And Dylan, yeah, he's so super patient right now, not really throwing anything unless he knows he's in range. If he's not, he stops. Ooh, trying to get the little wheel kick off there, trying to make some game-changing happen. I think Mirko just trying to sneak that in.
Oh, that was pretty nice. At first I thought it was an actual knockdown, but it was a slip.
Oh,
very good utilization of that hand plant kick to the body by Dylan.
A little lead leg front kick to the face in there as well as soon as he stand up. Oh, beautiful job. Jab, jab straight to the body. Creel trying to get that pull, and now you can tell Creel's just trying to land something big. He knows he's got to do something to swing the momentum of this fight. So going for that flying knee, the hand plant roundhouse to the head. Not landing there either. And Dylan knows he's got the stamina advantage.
Creel, I would try working the body more just like he's doing now.
Yeah.
And try to throw a big shot up top when he least suspected.
I think definitely Creel knows he's got to do something big to swing this momentum back in his favor. He's got 20 seconds. He's going to get a little boost of stamina to carry him through that first half of that third round. And if he can get through that, maybe he can make something happen. But, you know, it's not always all about the stamina. If he can get a nice little slip straight left, which he tried to land right there all after the
late in the round, unfortunately.
Very cheeky. Very cheeky. Who do you think's winning? I mean, it's obviously Dylan, but
I would say Dylan for sure. I mean, just much more dominant, especially in that second round. First round looked close, but I'm going to give it to Dylan. I think he's 2-0. But I'm not the judges. I'm just a commentator, and this is just my opinion.
It's very true. We did see that first fight that I go to that split decision. Could have gone either way there despite those rocks, so we'll see. But they do have one more round to get through here, which has been a delightful mirror match as we're moving now into the main card after this, or the prelims. So this would be the first fight of the prelims. Yes, that is correct. They had the undercard. It doesn't matter. The point is third round. Creel versus Dylan, and Creel's got to find a way to hit that chin and create some opportunities for himself.
Creel could do a much better job at catching those kicks as well.
Yeah, he's circling back out.
And Creel may have Dylan on Queer Street right here.
Oh, really swinging with that left hand, trying to get anything off here. The block was so low, but they catch him.
And Dylan is on roller skates right now.
The block is so low.
Is blowing his wad on stamina, trying to finish the fight, but unfortunately is unable to knock down Dylan right there. But rocks him twice in the opening minute of the round.
Yeah, that uppercut both times, and the block was so low on Dylan. It just needed one more strike to get that knockdown, and both times Dylan able to duck underneath. I think he threw a lead hook both times and just unable to land it, and Dylan surviving there beautifully, and now he has that stamina advantage. But the lead head kick!
A third time in less than 2 minutes, but Krill just does not have enough gas in the tank to make it happen to knock him down. Dylan getting a little cocky.
Oh! Big left hand! Beautiful job. Look at him stepping in with that jab right over the top.
He's going to have to finish him from here. But, oh, he's not. Oh, man.
And now Dylan has to be careful because he has less health than Creel does right now. But there's the left hand. Jab into it. Lead uppercut doesn't land. Shoots the double leg. And Y is here just to take it down. Gives him stamina back straight to that backside sit out. You got to be careful rolling to full guard. Doesn't get it. But now Dylan's running forward, and you know, Dylan doesn't have much health either. Neither of them do. One straight left off a slip, and this could be enough to rock someone right here. Oh, careful with the hand plant roundhouse. Lead hook for Dylan. Front kick full short.
Oh!
Not enough for a rock, though. They're just slinging heat right now. They're just slinging that left hand heat. Big left from Dylan. Oh! Beautiful work. Uppercut, lead hook. He's hurt. He's on the ground.
Is he gonna get it?
Full guard. Control the posture. Dylan recovering there. Barely. The health so low. Walks straight into that left hand again.
He wants to stand it back
Krill
up.
says, gonna finish it up here. Oh, the jab. So stiff.
He has less than a minute to finish it. Either of these gentlemen.
Oh! Beautiful.
Beautiful comeback. Oh my goodness, Krill Daddy coming back to PlayStation 4 and making a statement with that spinning back kick. Holy shit.
Wow. I mean, comes back to the PlayStation, takes him down real quick in that first round, gets that beautiful rock, and then was on the back foot, had no stamina going into the third, knew he had to come hard.
Round, look at the statistics. He wobbled him 4 times, 2 knockdowns, and then that final deadly kick with less than a minute left in the third round. In my opinion, he was on his way to possibly losing that fight.
For sure, man, and good work by Krill Daddy, just knowing he's got to go out there. He's got to try and make these opportunities. He landed so many good strikes, a lot of big uppercuts at the start of that third round. Came over the top with that big left hand. He even landed, what was it? Well, obviously he landed the wheel kick to finish, but he was landing all kinds of strikes in that final round. The front kick was coming off, so good work by Krill Daddy. And man, what a way to return to the PS4 and filling in on short notice. Wasn't even scheduled to fight tonight. No training camp or anything.
That was fantastic. That was probably the fight of the night so far. An amazing, amazing fight by these guys.
Yeah, good. Keeping the energy going here. ESFL 42. As we're moving on through now, we have a couple of fights left. We're hitting that main card. Nothing but big names, I think, coming up. But it looks like the next fight might not be going ahead. We're just hearing from the guys in the truck in the back now, just to confirm what we're going to do moving forward. It would be jab straight spam coming up next versus Triangle City, Mr. Brian. And that's a great matchup. And I don't know. I think we may have one.
They say possibly Brian might not be.
It is possible, which would be a shame for Jab because he's tried to get so many fights and he's had, you know, people not show up or pull out or bad connections with his opponent. So poor Jab's not been able to fight for a couple of weeks, it feels like now. So we'll see if we get a replacement for Jab. If we do move on to our next fight, which would be instead T2 taking on Gorisan, which would be a fantastic matchup. We all know Gorisan here, always an entertainer at the ESFL. So we'll have a look what we're going to do here. Let's see what we're going to move on through with. But we hope you are all enjoying joining us here for the Sunday evening. Don't forget, guys, we are on the Twitters, we are on the Instagram, the YouTube is up each week with the cards, with the fights after. You can go back, watch the previous fights. Watch the previous events, see some of the people you love. Don't forget to follow some of these big names that we have here on YouTube as well. Many of our fighters have their own YouTube channels. They're uploading content and support the community as a whole. There's plenty to watch in between these ESFL fight cards here. So we're gonna take just a real quick 1 minute intermission just to make sure we know what's going on, and then we'll come back with the next fight. So don't go anywhere. We're back in 1 minute. See you in a second. All right, guys, we are moving on to the next fight of the evening. And what a matchup we have here. Two of the best strikers in town, both at one time. Two of the hottest prospects we had in the ESFL in their respective divisions here, of course. But T2 Shifty, one of the smoothest, slickest, most proficiently deadly combination fighters I've ever seen, taking on the blitz and fury and the wild craziness that is Gore-san. I am excited for this one. It's going to be a slugfest for sure.
Absolutely. I look forward to this one. Both these guys, elite strikers. And I think this is actually the first time they've actually crossed paths, at least live.
I believe that probably is correct. Yes, not here at the ESFL. So we're going to get it on right now. We get the Gore-san Classic stream here, which is always entertaining to see as well. But T2 Shifty, man, at one point he was undefeated. He looked absolutely unstoppable, and then started to fight some of the best that we have here at the ESFL, and definitely sort of stumbled a bit, but that only has given him more experience, more time, more patience. He is still here, he is still hungry, and he still wants to get wins and still wants to prove he can be champion. And that the same can be said for Gore-san, you know. Definitely came in real hot, looked real good, and then as they moved up, fought some of that high level competition, they did start to pick up some of those losses, but they got better. They're still training. The game's been out for over half a year now, nearly a year come January, February, and they're still training, they're still fighting. And here we have right now T2 Shifty with the, I think it was T2 Shifty picked up Jacare. I believe that was correct. Yes, it was.
Yes.
T2 Shifty with the Jacare pick, which is unlike T2 here. Maybe he's anticipating some grappling from Gore-san. We know he likes to use those combos, but definitely you got hands on Jacare. You got big power, and Gore-san here ready with the Robert Whittaker pick. Gonna work that left hook in, gonna throw some head kicks up there as well. Use that stamina, that blitz, and we're about to get it on right now. Here we go. Moving up to the main card right now, kicking us off. Gore-san taking on T2 Shifty. Nice pressure, double jab. And there's a nice little pull counter right there, and that block is already down. Look at the tightness of Gore-san. Every shot in range right there, bouncing off the block of T2. Has to fire back and return to stop this forward pressure. The jab, that right hand catching him. Got to be careful throwing that empty inside leg kick though. Going to get countered if Gore-san steps forward.
And Gore-san really throwing a lot of heat early. Just really, that's the story of the night, guys. You're trying to win those first two rounds or finish it, and if they go to the third round, they just coast.
T2 shooting that double leg right there, gets snatched up with a guillotine, which is strange, trying to catch Jacare in the guillotine this early with no stamina advantage. But he gets to stage 2 right here. He's going to have to find a way out. Blimey.
Not quite.
So much closer than you'd expect. And T2 Shifty shooting that takedown. Whittaker's got a great takedown defense. Absolutely insane, especially with them perks as well. So really hard to get that empty double leg in the center of the octagon, but almost ends up paying for it with the fight there. Gets stuck in that 2-stage guillotine, snatching that neck. But now he's that top position, going to wear down past to full mount here. And you do not want Jacare on top of you, Mirko. Good job denying right here. Catching that left hand. The top game of Jacare is so strong here. And, you know, Whittaker's, I believe his bottom stat is better than his top stat. Going to try and hit that easy sit up there from half guard. Not able. Good job on the block, though.
And here's the thing here now. Shifty is, look how patient he is. He is literally just on top of him, not even throwing a strike, just waiting for his next movement. This is not good for Gore-san. I think this is possibly the beginning of the end.
Yeah, if he can control the stamina, work it down slowly, get some denies off, he might be trying to set up a submission here. But T2 Shifty, you're right, being super patient here, knows he has the stat advantage on the ground. There's nowhere he's uncomfortable in any position, no matter if he gets reversed or what's going on. As long as they're in the grappling exchange, probably feels like he has the advantage. So real patient, real calm. I love the fact he's going for those denies from that top position. It's not always easy to get those, but he's doing a great job hitting those denies, and that's going to be really tough for Gore-san here. And it's so hard when you've got such a good player on top of you, trying to find a way out, trying to get your transitional fakes off, trying to trick your opponent, fake out one side, not let them remember your patterns. And he's having a real tough time getting back to his feet. He's tried almost everything at this stage, back in half guard.
Stamina is suffering. Dear good lord, he's already really halfway down, and it's only the first round. This is a very tactical taxing fight for him.
Yeah, all those denies definitely going to drain that stamina on the ground. He does get half guard, but I think there's only 30 seconds left in the round, so not much left he's going to do. And T2 Shifty, he shot that takedown, but it doesn't matter if he scored it. Pulled guard, Gorosong did when he went for that guillotine. Didn't get it, but first round's over.
Gorsan does good to survive there. Almost had the guillotine to start out, but unfortunately was unable to pull it off. And after that, it was all Shifty.
Yes, and they're going to set up here for the second round. We'll see if T2 Shifty decides to shoot again. I mean, he dominated the fight on the ground. He doesn't even need to get that takedown. You know, I sometimes shoot that single leg. You end up in sprawl. You can just sit straight back to half guard and then hip bump. You're back in full guard and you're in your world if you've got a good grappler. So we'll see if he tries to pull guard with that single leg or that double leg like he did there. But just have to be careful of that guillotine, of course. Gorasan knows how to hit that. But this block is real low on Gorasan right now because of all those strikes he had to defend on the ground from that half guard posture up.
And he's also done a lot better at putting head movement into his game here.
Yeah, as we move up this card, you'll definitely see the striking level of these fighters increase. Beautiful head movement. Gorasan doing a lot of pull counters, rolling back through with that right hand. And there's the shot. Gets the takedown, though. Unable to stuff.
No guillotine this time.
Yeah, no guillotine this time. Faking the fit on the hips. Trying to sit out with that side. Little fake transition, but I don't think T2's trying to go anywhere yet. Posturing up nicely. Going to defend that. Oh, beautiful job. Double fake to the control posture and out to the side with the get up. Good work by Gorasan. Finding a way up. And 3 minutes left to work on the feet. It's a nice roundhouse. Oh, lovely little lead uppercut right there. T2 Shifty definitely fighting a lot more patiently right here. We're used to him exploding in tight with these combos. But he's all beautiful pull counter into the front kick. And there we go. We're seeing a lot of these front kicks to the cage. Clinch attempts. Beautiful hip toss.
Oh,
Osagari
right
from the double unders. Or it may have been an over under.
Back seamlessly, and Shifty is just sticking it to Gorasan.
Oh, the shimmy shake. Beautiful work by Gorasan.
Dumps him up. Veteran move there by Gorasan.
Yeah, and doing such a good job to get back up twice now. I mean, even though he maybe hasn't scored as many points as he wanted to on the feet, that's got the confidence of T2 Shifty. Knowing he's got that takedown, able to finish. Beautiful job, slips that rear uppercut, comes back with a left hook of his own. 1-2 coming forward, left hook drops him here against the cage, get the ground and pound him out. Take that top position. Beautiful work though, back on his feet. But yeah, he got clipped hard there, Mirko.
Gorasan with that Deli Hiva sweep to get back on his feet, but man, he's got to think to himself, what can I do to finish this fight?
Really swarming coming forward, and that stamina going lower and lower for Gorasan right now. Has to be careful, that head stat's getting a little low. His block is not where it used to be to be able to catch some of these strikes off. Little roundhouse to the body there, forcing the pressure back. Faking that jab. There's the right hand over the top. Right hand into the hook. Again coming short here. Good pull counters from Gorasan, but he's getting hit with a third strike at the end of these combinations. Oh, can hit that guillotine again here. Mirko going to push the two side directions. 3 defense.
A little too late for that in the round, but I appreciate and admire the heart of Gorasan, but it looks like it's 2-0 for Shifty after that one.
Yeah, good work controlling in the first, and bam, caught him beautifully with an uppercut and just swarmed on him with that block breaker as well. So Gorasan 2-tier Shifty here. We're going into a third and final. Gorasan's got to do something good. He's doing a lot of forward pressure with that jab, but he needs to do something with this forward pressure. He's pushing into the cage, let him unload those combos, but whiffs there on 3 big hooks. Leaves him with no stamina. Stamina he can't afford to lose, and good job Shifty rolling with the forward pressure, coming back with lead hook. 2 hooks there blocked off the block of Gorasan, and hits that straight right down the pipe, but there's a pull counter on the left hand and 2 shots to the body, just going to hurt that stamina even more of Gorasan, and needs the left hook there as well. Backing up, dizzy right hand, comes back with the uppercut. Real bad here for Gorasan, Mirko. Ooh, tries to return with his own head kick there as well. There's the double leg. Now we saw him do that double fake posture control from the top into the side out. It goes for double fake side out, opposite side. Well read by Shifty. If I remember it, he remembers it. I can always bank on that with these fighters, and Shifty definitely remembering it here, but gets his own foot on hip set out, tries to get the front kick, close that distance to K, try to get a takedown there again. The block is so low on Gorson, and Shifty knows it and wants to come forward. He's still trying to slip through that straight right, eats the right hand, liver kick, there's a front kick to finish. Beautiful work, what a finishing combination. Good work by T2. What do you think of that finish, Mirko?
Fantastic work, very reminiscent of Anderson Silva versus Vitor Belfort. Sweet chin music in that fight is over.
I think Sweet Chin Music is is about right on that one. What a beautiful finishing combination. Slip the jab, straight right, liver kick, front kick. I mean, just 3 touch. And that's what we're talking about, T2 Shifty. Gets him off. I imagine T2 probably played some Mortal Kombat back in the day because the precision of the animation timing that he has, he knows how long it's going to take. So he fits these strikes in here perfectly. Even if it's not a traditional combination, he knows the in and output timing of each animation. So he sees it, boom, 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 and it was all over. Great little finishing sequence. I liked it. That was a good fight. I enjoyed that one. And T2 showing a well-rounded game is right, Mirko. He dominated on the ground and then he finished off on the feet in that 3rd round. Yes. Did you hear me then? Am I cutting out for you?
Yes, actually, you are cutting out. That was weird. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. We'll acknowledge it. It's much better to acknowledge it than for silence to reign the room. I asked you.
No, that's good. I'm glad you said something because it was like I didn't hear you say anything, and then it was talking about something. But I'm glad we got that going here. No,
I just said he obviously T2 Shifty showed a great ground game throughout the fight and then finished strong on the feet. So showing a really well-rounded game as well, right?
Well, yeah, exactly. Wore him down on the ground. The minute that he got up, he thought he was safe, but Shifty knew exactly what he needed to do to fight. Really, really great work. The definition of being well-rounded was right there.
Yeah, I mean, T2 normally known as a striker, but just fantastic work right there. And calling me impressed, man. Showing some ground game. I mean, you need a ground game when it comes to the top level here. I mean, none of these fighters don't know how to fight on the ground, so you better be prepared for all facets. T2 looking good and probably going to move up, take on some higher competition next week. And Gorisan has been showing up time and time again. I think he's on a bit of a losing skid right here, but keep that chin up, Gorisan. You're still one of the best. You still have all of the tools it takes to do real good in this esports fight league. So I'm sure you'll be back, but the next fight is ready to go. I don't know if you have seen it, Mirko, and you are ready to.
Yes, it's gonna be Silverine Killer taking on Drizzo.
That is
as
right.
we work our way through ESFL 42 tonight.
Yeah, for sure.
Excuse me.
That's fine.
I got.
Peanut butter.
Excuse me, I got really ripped off huffing glue out in the parking lot before we started.
There we go. Tonight. There we go. Makes sense now.
I'm kidding. I just stuttered. I was trying to make excuses to myself.
There we go. It's okay.
Who is not making excuses tonight is Silverine Killer with amazing striking, going to be taking on the very well-rounded Drizzo.
Yeah.
What do you think about this upcoming matchup tonight, babe?
I think it's going to be a real technical battle. I mean, Silverine filling in short notice here. It was going to be Professor Sliv tonight. We've already seen the short notice fighters fill in and do real well here this evening. So Drizzo getting thrown spanner in the works here, taking that Nick Diaz pick, solid in that pick. Ryan LaFleur, this is going to be a very interesting matchup if this is what Silverine.
This is the kind of match that I enjoy because it is nothing but skill, and skill.
I feel like Drizzo is probably going to run right through Silverine if he picks up Ryan LaFleur. Drizzo is no joke, especially with Nick Diaz. Those hands, that pressure boxing is going to be real dangerous. So Silverine picking up someone else here. GSP, there we go. It's a bit better there. I was slightly worried there. I thought we were going to see a bit of a one-sided fight.
Yeah, it went from a decent Canadian fighter to a legendary Canadian fighter in about 2 seconds.
That is very true. That is very true. But Drizzo here, I mean, he's been looking really good recently. Had some real tough matchups, some real tough fights. And props to Silverine for filling in on short notice. I don't know too much about Silverine. I can't recall ever calling one of his fights. Happy to do so tonight. see what he can do to stop Drizzo, man, because we are moving up this card now and the competition gets harder and harder. And I think it's, you know, some people would argue Nick Diaz probably the best boxing in the game. You have a lot of tools just with those hands. Everything about the boxing is fantastic. The speed, the accuracy.
The kicks are the only thing that don't pair up well with him. But if you know how to use those hands,
yeah,
you'll be just fine.
Exactly.
And here's the thing, though. Sliv is a pretty tough out, and I really see this going a lot like the first real fight between Nick Diaz, the first and only fight between Nick Diaz and GSP. I see him getting dumped a little bit here and there, and it's going to be really either the boxing of Drizzo or it's going to be the ground game of Sliv.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, a lot of people do pick up GSP because they want to strike as well as grapple, and some people end up just getting into that grappling exchange and never getting into that striking exchange and never implementing that grapple game. So definitely Sliv needs to implement that grapple advantage that he has. I mean, it's going to be hard to hold Drizzo down. Drizzo very tricky at getting back up. He'll be able to keep that pressure going, but we'll see, man. We'll see how it plays out. This is an interesting fight, nice little classic matchup, and we'll see how it plays out. We have 3 more fights after this one, and the main event coming up. So here we go. Red gloves. We have the wonderful filling in last minute Silverine Killer taking on Drizzo in the blue. Oh, beautiful job. Little duck under that right hand. Silverine firing the hook over the top, and there. Good body work. That's what we want to see from GSP and Silverine. Them body kicks really going to change that difference. Make the difference with the stamina battle.
And Drizzo doing a really frantic blocking style. Head body, head body, head body. On R1, R2, R2, or what, excuse me, I have to think about it. He's doing it so fast.
Yeah, for sure. But did a good job denying that first clinch attempt by Silverine. So we kind of know he's kind of look for that clinch attempt, trying to implement some grappling game. And now you see Silverine blocking a lot more. He's not thinking offensively. He's thinking defensively, which you got to anticipate after that failed attempt. He's going to try and block and then catch a clinch, catch a takedown. And he did try and shoot right there after blocking up and then goes back to the offense. So it's a little bit easy to read when he's changing from grapple mode to striking mode. An easy little lead right hook there, catching Silverine as he stepped through with that jab.
Good work by Drizzo there. Yeah. Temporarily stunned Silverine
there. Beautiful job. Double jabs in.
Does it again.
Beautiful job pulling out the offense there. Double jabbed in. Silverine tries to return, thinks that's the end of the combo. Immediately fires a straight right lead hook, catching Silverine.
Looking to go into the ground here at this point. This is not looking good for him on the feet.
Yeah, needs to find a way to take it there. Nice jab, body kick. That's all he's been landing really of significance, that big roundhouse. And this double jab of Drizzo, he's pulling out the offense. He's using it to pressure, using it to gauge. And look at that. Jabs in, pulls out the offense, hits 2 shots to the body. Real good by Drizzo here. And a lot of reactions coming off the jab. Again, jabs in. Silverine tries to return. And then Drizzo's firing back with his own combination.
Time tonight, in the first round, Sliv has been rocked.
And it's a tough outing for Sliv here. Because Drid is really one of the best boxers in ESFL. And he's showing it right now. Diaz is a great pick for him, and he's really using all the weapons. He's really just pulling a lot of stuff out with that jab. Silverine needs to find a way to implement his own offense, slip underneath, counter hit the body, comes up with a head kick there, or try and just shoot, try and get a grappler tempo off. It's not going to be easy because Drid is just using great footwork here, backing out, circling off to the side. There we go, catches him stepping in for the jab to the body. But whatever Silverine's doing, it wasn't working. So you've got to adjust. And those kicks to the body are adding up here, Mirko. The stamina is starting to swing in the favor of Silverine here a little.
Those body kicks are very, very powerful by GSP.
Yeah, the head stat is just tipping down though. Every single little jab that touches his chin is going to work a little. He gets the block, but not the takedown. But a whiff on that roundhouse from stationary there is going to hurt Drid a little bit. We're going to go into the second here. Another body kick. And if Silverine can keep this going and keep surviving, we might see halfway through this next round, we'll see where the stamina is.
149 strikes thrown by Diaz's first round. That's amazing.
Goodness. Drizzo just going ham. Real up there with that pressure. He's did such a good job with those jabs, pulling out that offense that gave him those rocks, just jabbing in and knowing after he threw that jab And the combo appeared to be over after the forward pressure. Silverine would try and return, and he was just there. And there's the splits. Baz Rutten style taunt. And Silverine knows what Drizzo's going to do. He knows he's going to lead with that jab. So let's see if he can slip, see if he can counter that jab, find a home for his offense, and keep working those kicks to the body, because they were working really well, weren't they, Mirko?
They were working really, really well. And the thing is, it still affected his stamina quite a bit. And here it is, the first takedown of the fight for Sliv here.
Beautiful job. Shoots the double. Great job passing there as well. Gets half guard, establishes it, and then slips out there right by. Slicing through, gets that side control. Oh, beautiful little butterfly guard sweep though, straight back. And you got to be careful of that. Both the Diaz brothers have that. And again, stops the posture up, stops the transition, hits the rubber guard right here. Drizzo showing off his skills on the ground. Silverine got this fight where he wants it, but Drizzo has a deadly rubber guard, and he is known for it, and again hits it. You do not want to be in it. He knows how to block those transitions and just open up with those elbows, but good job by Silverine here. Back to full guard.
This could be the time to shoot a submission if it was Drizzo.
Yeah, getting a little momentum sweep into the rubber guard again here. Can do it off both legs. Oh, good job. That's not always an easy little transition to stop there. Silverine fully aware of it. From stack guard, that transition into full guard of your opponent. Hits the half guard and then straight through into mount. Nice little bump right there. Couple of shots to the face and the body. And this is good work from the top by Silverine. He's scoring points as well as controlling this top position. Another little short shot to the face. And Silverine's still got 2 minutes to work right here. Establishes his top position, and we haven't really seen Drizzo try and get up. He's hit that rubber guard a few times, but he's been using it to deal damage. He's not really been trying to get this fight back to the feet, and now he finds himself in crucifix, Mirko.
Oh, and he's taking some huge shots. That is not the place that Drizzo wants to be. This might be close to being over.
Yeah, we'll see. Still a lot of chin stat left on the old Nick Diaz. He can take a few of them shots. He's not taking too much damage on the feet either, and he's done a good job keeping his block up here as well. Not had to block too many shots, so that's not going to hinder him either. He is going to use that guard right now, though. It's going to give him plenty of time to get out of that full mount, but chooses to control the posture here, not hit any kind of transition immediately back to half guard. Probably trying to play it safe. Knows he had that first fight, that first round won. Doesn't want to do anything risky. Try and roll out, get caught, and have the fight finished. So back in his full guard here, we can control the pace of the fight. He tries to hit that guillotine, but no fake setup. A beautiful job with a reversal on the pass here to the right leg.
Way to end the round for Drizzo right there, but it looked like a pretty convincing round for Sliv.
Yeah, good job. Hits it over. 3-4 fakes on the foot on the hips. And there we go. Interesting round. I mean, Sliv's got that control on top. That is true. Hits that double, but he wasn't really controlling it on the feet, but did a good job not getting rocked this round. Compared to the last round, Mirko, he didn't get rocked this round.
So I have it 1-1. This round is going to decide who takes the victory home tonight.
For sure. I think it is on this third and final. I mean, you could give 2 to Drizzo, but you never know. And it's been a lot of those body kicks. Might be a little bit late to try and rely on that stamina battle, but if he can keep landing them, we'll see what happens. The head stat of Silverine's pretty low, though. Ooh, nice 1-2. Really stepping in with that jab. There's the body kick. Silverine's doing a good job, and no attempt to catch any of these from Drizzo. And he's whiffed there, short. Lead hook, left hook as well, just short on that. Oh, that's beautiful timing. Drid stepped in 3 or 4 times with that double jab. Silverine knew it was coming this time and fires up the lead leg roundhouse, catching him. Knows the timing on that double jab. And real good job reading it. And that's the problem with always initiating your offense in the same way at the same timing. Silverine able to time that beautifully. And now doing a good job blocking the jabs and timing that clinch attempt. So Silverine's picking up on Drizzo's tendencies right now. Gets that double unders here, which is beautiful. Is he going to hit the backside? He is. Going to go for that suplex. Back into the over-under here, trying to pummel under, hits the double under again, get the body lock, denied right there. Drizzo fakes the left-right pummel, gets the left hand under, having a little swimming competition right now. Another fake, transitional fakes in the clinch, so important, Mirko.
Very, very important, a very vital part if you're going to be a top-level competitor in this sport.
For sure, trading knees to the body right here, hitting the livers of both sides. Again, these fakes and these pummels are good deny right here by Silverine. Gets the double under again. Will he be able to secure the takedown this time? Go for the body lock. Good deny by Drizzo, saying nuh-uh. Tries to hit the break. That's denied by Silverine. There's the body lock. Belly to belly suplex. And he's got him in half side control.
And this just looks like that Sliv is really starting to take over the fight at this point, using the ground game.
Yeah, definitely. I think that's real good. He got rocked a lot in that first round. He knows he has that advantage just to be able to dictate the fight, not necessarily have a skill advantage over Drizzo. And Drizzo has great stats off his bottom, but you can win those points if you are on top and getting those takedowns. And that's definitely what Silverine's doing. Why is it a beautiful reversal as he tries to sit out?
Amazing reverse. With that stamina right now, he really can take over. He has a minute to make it happen.
Beautiful job.
Oh,
gets the
man,
switch.
That's sweet.
Old wrestling style here. Don't see that switch very often. He's going to put the hooks in here as well. Drizzo in a little trouble right here. And Drizzo did a great job on that first round establishing the striking. But Silverine showing he's a well-rounded fighter using GSP to the fullest effect. And there's 20 seconds left in this fight. I don't know who could win this. This could go either way. Lovely hammer fist from the side here. Going to pound him out for the rest of this round. Tough fight to call right here. Oh, they skipped it straight through. And we can see there before the decision, someone hit that start button. That's Silverine right there. Mirko walks away with the win.
Yep. I figured that's how it would go down. Very, very good fight. Drizz did really good that first round. It was just after that first round, he had a different game plan and turned it around.
A really good job. I mean, yeah, definitely. Like, if you're getting rocked on the feet, you got to mix it up. And he did. He did. He mixed it up well. He got that takedown, secured the position, got some nice takedowns from the clinch after that epic clinch battle in the third round. And that, I think, really was the story of that third round, and main indeed that fight, that little clinch battle at the end. And you know, you're all right in the clinch, especially at the lower levels. We see the clinch happens, and then within 5 seconds either someone's in full tie and taking knees, or someone's on the ground. That clinch battle went on for about a minute and a half. It just shows you the level those two are at in the clinch. And I know some other people in chat are obviously at this level here as well, and some of our viewers are at this level, but those fakes, those transitional denies, those pummel unders that continuously happened, it was a real exchange in that clinch. Just high level stuff.
It looks like we have an update here. We have Jab Straight Spam going to be fighting Brian Triangle City. I just received notification that this one's going down tonight.
Yeah, it is, which is great for Jab. I'm very happy for Jab because he gets to fight, and Triangle City managing to find the arena. Maybe he was held up in traffic, I don't know. Problem with the weight cut, maybe a little bit of extra allowance for the commission, but they're ready to go. They're in the lobby. Let's jump over. They can get this one on, and we can bring this fight to you. Very happy to see Jab fight. One of the ESFL team members here puts in good work every week. Make sure to thank Jab because he is in the back hustling non-stop. And we have him taking on Brian Triangle City, who is a great competitor in the ESFL. So no easy task here. Brian T City, definitely always game to fight. So we'll see. And I think we know who he's going to pick. No, Connor. Not going with Brian. Interesting. If you name yourself after the fighter, you think you'd pick them, wouldn't you, Mirko?
You would think so, but apparently he knows something that we don't, and he feels more confident selecting a different person tonight.
Yeah, well, Conor McGregor is, you got a pretty big advantage over everybody else here. Jab taking that Aldo pick. They're going to turn down the commentary here for us. Somebody left it on. There we go. Just get rid of that. Thank you very much. We're the commentary tonight, Mirko. They don't need the in-game. I'd like to think we're of higher
Brian
quality.
Stan can shut it because we are the commentators tonight.
All right, here we go. So, beautiful pickup here. Brian T City managing to come in here. Glad we can bring this fight to you. Great fighter, great on the ground here. We do see him take that T City pick, but not tonight. Going to work that striking with Conor McGregor. And haven't seen him fight personally in a couple of weeks. Very well rounded, good at landing those kicks to the body when he needs to. And he's going to have a bit of a footwork advantage here, which is probably going to carry him on through, as well as that little bit of a reach, which is very, very good, because that straight left comes over the top of that little shorter jab of Aldo. So if they step in, both trying to trade those 1-2s, Connors is going to land a little bit more frequently on that chin, and that's what Jab has got to protect. And we need to see some head movement from Jab tonight, as well as the outside leg kick. Even though it's not going to do damage that will finish the fight, it's going to change up the pace. It's going to force Brian to fight in different stances that he might not be used to, and those leg kicks are so good for Aldo. All those perks are in picks. He is packed with kick perks is Aldo, so hopefully Jab can implement that kick game, but got to be careful not to throw those kicks off and eat that 1-2 on the way in. It's going to come at you. We're glad we could bring it to you. It almost didn't happen, but here we go. We have 3 fights after this one, but coming up now, T-City, the man himself, in the blue with Connor taking on Jab Straight in the red. Already blocking low is Brian on his way in here. Anticipating a knee, and Jab just waiting a little bit there. Trying to throw that jab off right there. That's a nice little roundhouse he snuck in there.
The jab with a beautiful 3-piece combo. Left, right, and uppercut, all landing earlier.
Yeah, oh, and that's what he's got to watch out for, especially if he's circling out and in that direction. He's going to have to make an adjustment quick.
Right into those kicks.
Yeah, he's going to have to adjust to that real quick, because that's going to do a lot of damage right here. Nice check on the outside leg kick. Beautiful ball by Jab. That's what he needs, and hit the overhand straight afterwards. Oh, walks right into the head kick, and there's the liver kick. The oblique kick to the leg. He just went head, liver, oblique to the knee there as well. So 3 elevations all changed up by Brian, and there's the roundhouse to the body again. He cannot eat these all night.
The Jab is already showing the effects of those body kicks. We're not even halfway through the first round, and he is already wearing it very heavily.
Yeah, that whole right-hand side of him is all bruised up already. Beautiful job. That's what he needs in tight, though. You're recognizing Brian throwing that body kick from real close, so hits that left hook, and that's what we need. We need some forward pressure from Jab. If he's stepping in with that 1-2, it's going to beat that liver kick every time. And Brian's really not setting up. He's just throwing it off, maybe off that jab. If Jab Straight steps in with the 1-2, like there, he would have maybe intercepted that, hopefully, and stopped that. Because when he's going backwards, it's a real easy target for him to land that liver kick.
The Jab showing some flashes of greatness here, but for the most part, really getting tagged with those body shots, and he is rocked again.
Yeah.
Oh, another really heavy body shot. This is not good.
Got to find a way to stop this forward pressure. If he's going backwards, he's going to be subject to those body kicks. So he's got to get the guard down, try and block it. At this point, his head health is higher than his body's. So he's got to think a little bit more about trying to bring that guard down, bring that block low. Oh, but he's doing a real good job mixing it up. Is Brian here. It's dangerous, it's nasty, and there's the lead uppercut. Left hand to the body, whiffs, there's the liver kick.
Shot to the body coming right there.
Oh!
This is going to be the story of this fight. Oh my God, he's down!
Traded hooks on the inside. I felt for sure he was going to get tagged on that one, but no, 2 hooks from Jab, left, right, beating Brian's left hook there, right there. On the inside, shorter arms, come off faster. Physical bodies do make a difference in this game, and beautiful little hooks on the inside. Catches him stepping in, but here we see a triangle attempt from Triangle City. He knows how to hit him, and unable to get past the first gate.
Not even going to get past the first gate's correct. But at the same time, Jab has a very, very good submission defense, no matter who he has.
Ooh, little elbow off the left-hand side there. Couple of fakes, wisely passing here. Jab's going to calm down. Think about the arm triangle. Maybe wants to score a couple of points here. Got that knockdown, so you're going to probably give that first round to Jab.
You know, I'd have to see the stats on it. I'm going to probably give it to Jab as well, but it's a very close round. I think he could go either way, even though he did get the knockdown. Let's see the highlights here.
That was when he was rocked off that left hand, and I love Jab just throwing here. Left hook, right hook, left hook. Saying, nah, I'm injured. There's the uppercut into the left hook right there. There's the right hook. And that is when...
That 3-piece.
That was beautiful.
For the second knockdown, actually.
I mean, Brian had been teeing off on him, had heard him, picked him up a little bit. And, you know, Jab was hurt, and Jab, instead of backing off, went straight forward through those hooks. And that's real dangerous trading with Connor like that, but came out on top. Don't know if he can do that in the second round if they're in that tight again, but that is what he should be doing. It's better than going backwards. And look at the health stats here. Jab's head a little bit lower than his body now, moving its way down. But Brian's head stat is low after eating some of those rocks. This forward pressure. Low. Oh, this is real nasty right here. He's got to do something.
He's coming in with pressure.
This is where some...
just really...
I was just going to say head movement right here from Jab would be really crucial. Tries to get that jab or uppercut in, but do you not think, Mirko, some head movement from Jab would be able to stop this pressure? Wouldn't have to take it all on his block.
I believe so, but at the same time, what I'm noticing is how catching him with that uppercut whenever he gets in too close with that kick.
Yeah, he's definitely trying to time Brian stepping into his range, content to throw a three-piece and take his time with it with that jab or uppercut left hook. He's thrown it twice now in this round. And Brian's going to punch himself out a little bit here if he keeps walking forward, but it's a dangerous game to play if you're, you know, playing the guy that's getting pressured, because you're just giving your opponent time to set up all those combos and you're not intercepting anything mid-strike, especially if he went back to that body kick. Might have been different, but he didn't, and now we hear it in turtle side and now side control, but he's up, doesn't want it. And this is what I mean. He can't just let him walk him down with this jab, because that's what's going to happen. He's going to break the block. His head's going to go down.
This might be it.
Man.
Not quite.
As much as Jab's trying to time it, he has to do something. He's got to move that head. He's got to throw back. He can't just let him walk him down like this. Connor hits too hard, and there's a beautiful job. Slips. There's the head movement we're talking about. Slips off, lands the uppercut. And there's his counter. Much better than just going straight back here. And he needs more of that because he doesn't have the block or the head stat to take this pressure. And there gets clipped with the left hand. He's going to move in for the kill. Beautiful job slipping.
This is the beginning of the end right here.
Lead uppercut tags him and drops in. Ooh, on top. Retaining posture.
The jab is having a hard time with that cardio tonight.
Yeah, for sure. He's been rocked a couple of times right here. He's eaten a lot of those body kicks. We're looking at the grapple stamina right now. Brian's 4 fakes there to the 1 pass into the half guard. And now Jab trying to hit that full guard transition a little too quickly. Does a good job stuffing the posture up though, but it needs to go now. Use that grapple advantage window and that stamina advantage to make a hit transition, even if it's just a fake into something. But it doesn't do it. Eats 2 little shots, and now, wow, safe get up here. And look at the stamina difference. There's another round after this, guys. There is one more round after this.
And Jab is definitely not going to win the fight doing this.
Oh, Jab cannot let that come. Oh, beautiful job. Trying to throw the big left hand. The left hook again beats him to the punch. Brian trying to throw that big left hook. Jab's left hook beats him because that's his lead hand.
And now look at his stamina. He has to do something to try to win this round. He won the first round. Can he try to pull? Oh my gosh! I think that might have got him the second round as well.
Man, Jab timing these shots there. See the big left hand, the left hook of Jab beats it. Right hook comes straight back, and he threw a jab afterwards. So Jab finding this in the chaos, boom, with the left hook all the time. And it's not just that that left hand is slower, that vulnerability window is a lot higher when you're throwing your rear hook. So if someone lands on you, you throw in that rear hook, you're going to take some big damage. And that left hook came in tight, caught him to the punch before he could land his, and that's what happened in the first round as well. So Brian trying to get that big left hand in. If he's throwing a straight, maybe a bit from stroke, but he wants to get that big damage, Mirko. But we're in that third and final round. You think Jab's up on the scorecards?
I do, and it's a lot closer in terms of the stamina now, too, after those recent knockdowns. But what's not close is the fact that Triangle City's head definitely taken more of a beating than Aldo's. Even though it looked Aldo was going to be going down, Jab looked like he was almost done. I have no idea why he shot that takedown. That was a really bad decision.
Yeah, for sure. And, you know, Brian completely abandoning that body kick. And there was a point in this fight whether his body health was lower than his head health. Not the case anymore as he eats another shot, and Jab has to do something. He can't let him walk him down like this with these jabs, because Brian's going to hit that pressure, but it looks like he's a bit more tentative. He knows that count's coming back, trying to hit that pull counter. Left hand, again, he's leading with that left hand, which is very slow and very dangerous to do. Oh, nice little outside leg kick. If Jab can get that same, oh, beautiful timing, ducks under. There's the uppercut, but good slip under by Brian. He's still wobbling.
Taking his time, he knows that he has him there. He's still having his head getting cleared right. And he's just not all there, but takes a huge body shot. This could be the beginning of the end, and it's over.
No, it's not over.
It was so close.
It is so close, and man, as soon as he went back to that body kick, he landed 2 of them and he dropped him. I mean, abandoned that after the first round. He was doing so much good work with it, gets it back into his game right there, and Jab able to counter that boxing a lot easier by backing up than he can do that liver shot, and he's got to be careful of that right now. I mean,
Triangle City kind of punished himself by hopping out of there. It looks like his stamina kind of went down a little bit, hopping out of that full guard.
Oh, has to be so careful now, that liver shot, and the problem is when you know, oh, the straight left, beautiful job. The stamina's low though. This is so dangerous.
Really watch his stamina.
Oh, I don't even know how to commentate this right now. He's just shooting because he knows he's in a bad spot. Maybe he thinks he has those 2 rounds. He's safer on the ground. Doesn't even care how he gets there. But here we go. Brian knows that too. He wants him up. And this is why he's staying on the floor.
He knows he's all right if he's doing this. He's waiting it out, trying to get the victory.
Jab.
But his head is flashing. He's still not all there.
Jab trying to get some time wasting off here. He knows he has to throw back though and tries to there, but eats the left hand. We're trying to get a counter in there. Oh, unable to finish him again. He's going to have to hip out. Control the posture. He does. Posture up's coming, and good read by Jab. Knew it's coming.
He's going to have to get a sweep. He needs to get a sweep.
It.
And he gets it.
Wow.
This might be all he has to do is hold this control the rest of the round. And I honestly think the Jab might take this fight.
Oh my god, I mean, what a crazy fight this has been here, especially in this 3rd and final. Gonna hit the arm triangle reversal. Beautiful job into mount. You know he's gonna stand up. No, he's gonna hit his own arm bar here. Hasn't got time to finish it.
He's already won this round. Let's see how it goes.
Wow, what a fight.
Oh man, I'm ready to see the judge's decision on this. How do you got it here, babe?
I mean, all I can say first of all is I'm glad we got that fight, because what a great fight that was, and in great quality as well. Beautiful work from both people. I don't know. It depends if you score the significant strikes, because in the first round I could give maybe to Brian Triangle City because of those significant strikes, but he did get dropped in both subsequent rounds.
Twice.
Maybe you could give 1 and 3 to Brian, or if not, it's 2 and 1 to Jab straight. So we'll see. 2 to 1. Oh, Brian walking away with the victory over Jab.
I have no idea how he was given that victory.
Man, I think it's that work in the first round. I think he took the first and he took the third, to be honest. I would
really like to see the statistics on this round by round.
There's a lot of significant strikes.
Of a fight that was.
He landed a lot of significant strikes in that first round. He really did. If you look at the total strikes as well, he did land a lot more. And he had more top control, did have 1 more knockdown. It is true. But it's how about...
So let's check out round 1.
I don't know if... Hopefully. There we go. We're getting it. We're getting it. So yeah, look at that. So
they were completely even on strikes.
Man.
But the thing is, I would have gave round 1 to Aldo. Let's see round 2.
Yeah, I think... man, it was a real close round 1 right there. It was a real close.
That was extremely close. They were even on strikes, but the knockdown and the top control is what I think would have swayed it. Second round, that is what looks like it may have swayed it. Definitely, I would have gave. You know, after looking at the statistics, I could see where Connor got that second round, and he definitely the third round. Man, he was just nearly finished in that second round. He got dropped twice. And it was so close. And it was, oh, man, what a fight. So very, very, I mean, man, I had to look back at the scorecards and the statistics to truly realize, I mean, man, it could have went either way. It was just so close so many times for Jab, but it just didn't get the finish.
I mean,
give me 1 second here.
I think that was a great fight that we just had right there, guys, and I'm very glad to get that one back in. Unfortunate for Jab there, like we said, could gone either way. The forward pressure of Brian was really paying in his favor, especially before Jab was implementing that head movement, came on back with some beautiful uppercuts on the end of those 2 and 3 punch combinations of Brian, and that left kick to the body in those opening rounds was really doing some big damage. And if Brian had gone back to that in the second, he could have even finished it. I remember saying, like I said before, that body health at one point was lower than their head, and we just saw no effort to go back to that body kick, but he didn't need it going forward, and Jab just maybe took on a bit too much of that forward pressure. Although in the second round he did drop him that couple of times. 8 significant strikes was on the scorecard there, so obviously, although he was waiting and countering well, the volume of the strikes he was landing was not enough to get the points on the scorecard, which is unfortunate. But it was a great fight. It was a great fight, and we have some great fights coming up next. Have a look at that scorecard. We only have 3 fights left now. We're going to move on to our very special Xbox exclusive fight coming up next, with Pry taking on the Spider, which I cannot wait to see. 2 great strikers in our Xbox division, and I mean, that's just a little treat. That's a little treat, Pryoxis versus the Spider. I like it a lot. And then we got the Goat taking him
Sorry about that. I could not hold that any longer. I have this like a racehorse, ladies and gentlemen.
That is absolutely fine. We were just taking a look at the card and just waiting for this next matchup here to come on.
Pyroxis versus the Spider.
Yes, and it's
our Xbox featured fight of the week.
And it is always good when we mix up these cards as well, because it's nice to bring some of the Xbox guys in over the PlayStation. In a perfect world, we could do champion versus champion, you know, and we're unable to do that right now, but maybe one day.
No problem. We can always go back to it.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. We might be having some slight issues here just getting this next matchup working. We've had all the problems right now as well, but it looks like we are going to get it live, and it does look like it is up here as well with Spider and Price, so we should get this one on, which is wonderful, and obviously in beautiful quality as well. Have you got that one, Mirko? Want to make sure
it is up and running?
Perfect. Right, well, we'll jump right on over, and it's going to be at the ever awesome and enigmatic lightweight division here, which is an absolute killer division for both of these fighters, for sure. We've seen them both compete in this division multiple times. Excuse me while my broadcast plays up there. And if you haven't seen either of these guys fight, Pry just put on a beautiful performance last week. Showed some great patience. He took on MMA Fro in what was a fantastic matchup of 2 great strikers, and Pry very much implemented a very slow, methodical game, picked his opponent apart. Very cerebral fighter as Pryoxis, and the Spider-Man very much the same. Both outside fighters. Obviously, they fought in many different ways. They fought on the inside and on the outside. They've mixed up their striking through multiple opponents, and I feel like these guys have fought before. I can't remember when it was exactly, but this is just a striker's delight right here. And I'm sure the chat is abuzz tonight with this little matchup here. And Pry's working his way back up to a title shot, if you ask me. We do have... Do we have the... I feel like we have the commentary on. Yes, I think we do have the commentary on. If we could get that turned off, you guys just turn down that in-game commentary, would be nice. But great matchup here. We do see Pry always loving to grab that RDA pickup just because of the tools he has. Those multi-tools. Full utilization, I'm sure, will come out from Pry tonight. Loves to get that lead leg switch off, that rear knee to the body, big hooks on both hands, got those leg kicks. And I'm just getting confirmation now. They haven't ever fought. These two have never fought each other. This is absolutely insane. If you have been watching ESFL since the glory days, since the original days, these two have been just proving themselves as creative, technical strikers. With wonderful, innovative techniques that other people have adapted into the current meta. Spider throwing in some new kicks every now and again, and we see him here with Conor McGregor. We're always looking to show something new. Always see something new from Spider. So the fact these two have never fought, I'm very excited, Mirko.
I'm looking forward to it as well. It looks like it's going to be another firefight to add evening of fights.
Yeah, for sure. It's going to be nothing but guts and glory, I'm sure, but also it might be slow, especially to start with. They both can be quite patient. Spider's definitely put more of a pressure game in the past than Pride, but they can both fight in any way they deem necessary within this one, but they're going to get it on. It is our Xbox exclusive fight of the night. It's in glorious 60 FPS as well. We've got Prioxis in the blue taking on Spider in the red. They're going to feel each other out here on the outside as always. Very patient game, usually employed by both fighters. And we'll see a lot of kicks from Spider. He likes to whip them in, get them up there. Great job returning. Straight left to the body. Rear uppercut just misses. Jab is moving outwards here. A little bit more activity. And Pry usually takes it nice and easy in the first round. But there we go. Nice read from Spider. Dipping low with that jab to the body. Spider hitting in with that rear uppercut. And he does have that beautiful reach. The length of that straight left on Conor McGregor is so advantageous, Mirko.
Very much so. One of the things, too, in this first round I've noticed out of all the other fights, these guys, like you said, being very, very methodical, not taking any risk. All the shots that are landing, it's one here, maybe two there. That was probably the most shots in succession that has happened this round so far.
Yeah, beautiful job. Hit the jab to the body, then the straight up top. Lovely work from Spider and circled out while doing it. And there's a lot of fakes on the outside as well. Pride double jabbing in with that big left hand, whiffing, gonna lose a little stamina for that, but Spider trying to hit that one rear hook over the top. Pride coming back with that straight to the body, interrupting, losing some stamina, and there's a nice little lead body kick, catching him stiff there as he sits in, and there you can see him trying to pull that uppercut, get in there. Pride hits that pull counter, returns after a jab to that roundhouse to the body, and this is what Pride's going to try and do, hit that body, work it out, and Spider's going to try and throw something a little different. Mix it up a little bit. He's doing a lot of this straight left stepping out and beautiful jabs jabbing to the body, which is something I love to do as well. Hit that body jab, come up top. Great tactic. And there, man, Pride with that pull counter all day. Going to slip back off that left hand of Spider. He'll keep making the read on it. And there's a nice, beautiful jab fake into left hook, right hook. Again, pull counter. And there's that straight again to the body like a piston right down the pipe. Beautiful. Again.
One thing for sure is Prioxis, excuse me, has definitely done better at maintaining his stamina. But we are about to go in another round. A lot of these guys are really good at recovering, especially McGregor has a pretty good recovery between rounds.
Yeah, for sure. And Pride's done a good job, not necessarily hitting the body in quick succession, but hitting the body while Spider is in mid punch or mid combination, which is taking those stamina chunks.
Does a lot more damage.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah. All beautiful work. Steps in with a 1-2, opens up an alley for that left hook. No, sorry, lead right hook from Spider, but there's that switch lead leg that Pride's been looking for. And no, that's one of the weapons you get on RDN. He's definitely going to use it there. Baits in with the jab. 2 returns here and manages to step back out, gets that lead roundhouse.
Slight delay, and man, he is really sticking it to him this round.
Yeah, man, that was in and out all over the place. I think Pride getting slight better on those exchanges, but man, we did see Spider land some big stuff. Beautiful lead uppercut into the straight left right there as well, and some good straight lefts to the body. But all the kicks coming out really from Prioxis, doing a good job mixing up that Muay Thai. So good technical battle here, and this is one of those fights where it's not all swinging wild left and right, but they're just two really good strikers in there. Reading the jab to the body that Pride's been leading with Spider again hitting that lead, the rear uppercut. And Pride hitting those 3 hooks again. He caught him a little bit early when he closes that distance. Straight left, fakes the lead roundhouse here. And again, that piston like straight left to the body is going to be a good work. But Spider losing about half that health there. Just going to be careful. And there's the knee. Another good weapon RDA has with that Muay Thai. They're taking it up just a little bit right now though, Mirko.
You know, one of the things that I see with RDA in this fight already, Prioxis really doing good at just mixing everything up. Like, you don't really see the same 2 combos within a minute. He has such a catalog of combos to really keep his stamina really up and fresh. And on top of that, he's landing at least 1 or 2 strikes per combo. Very active, very methodical, and somewhat accurate.
Yeah, Spider now trying to take that tempo up. You could tell not landing very much. You keep going forward, and walk straight into it there. Pricing nice and comfortable, calm, just countered several times in a row.
This could be the beginning of the end here.
A beautiful.
Tryaxis really sticking it to him here. I do not see this one getting out of this round for some reason.
Spider doing a good job, though, negating that pull counter. Prize landing there with that forward pressure, stepping into it, closing that distance. Pride pulling a little too early, the feet a little too close together, and whiffs on that rear knee. And Spider now using that jab as a bit more of a distance gauge. He's stepping in with it rather than throwing it from stance. But 2 knees now he's managed to get out the way of. And if you look at Pride's health, it isn't exactly high right now. They're both fairly even. Stamina kind of a little bit in favor for Pride, but it's about who makes the mistakes. A beautiful leg grab right there into the takedown. Doesn't follow it up.
And, you know, that's what I was wondering. Where he had switched out the knee, the leg for the knee, and the knee was not being very effective anymore. And as soon as he switches to that leg kick, he was waiting on it. Spider was.
Yeah, you're right. He did. He caught and snatched that right up. Spider's doing a good job. I mean, Spider will make adjustments really well as the fight's going. So will Pride. But Spider, you know, he will change his offensive strategy, which is always good as well. You want to see that. But walk straight into that jab right now. He's walking forward with his hands down, straight left over the top of Price's jab, countering there. A little feint coming out here from Price as well. And you gotta love the distance in the footwork. Price shuffle in, shuffle out, fakes the lead leg into the roundhouse, but blocked up by Spider. There's a double jab, nice distance gauge, and now putting the pressure on. Faking that left hook, and Spider looking to set up a nice body kick, perhaps here, sitting a little bit to the outside. Leaning back on that left leg. There's a big left hand. Sneaks it in. There's Price trying to close that distance here as well. What a technical fight this has been. Oh my goodness.
Very, very technical. And what a way to end this second round. I really don't know who to give it to at this point.
Yeah, I mean, it's been real close and real tight. Both getting their licks in. I think Pry has been controlling the pace a little bit more. Spider's trying to enforce a little bit of a faster pace. It feels like Price not letting that happen, and I think Price also maybe landed a couple more shots, but it's been really close. If you look at those scorecards, you couldn't really tell, I don't think. But it isn't a 5-round fight, it's only 3 rounds. So we have 1 round left, and we're going into it right now. What a nice matchup this has been. Some real good class, high level striking action. They touch them up. Stamina's both nice and high for both men. And we'll see who can get it. 1, 2 into the roundhouse. Beautiful catch by Spider. A little bit risky there by Pride. Not usually throwing that lead leg roundhouse after that 1, 2. Or coming back to the same side with it. And Price trying to turn it up a little bit now. You can tell gets eaten by that straight left, which is real bad. And Spider catching that lead hook to the body here. And Price's health is pretty low right now. Although he's trying to come forward and put that pressure on Spider, content to counter. We saw him drop that guards and trying to sneak that left hand in right there. Not even blocking, just trying to counter with that straight, confident that will stop the offense, let alone head movement that he can put in right here. And Pride trying to use that double jab to close that distance in here. There's the lead roundhouse off the double jab though. No stamina for Pride trying to work it. And the block super low. And look at the health stat, Mirko, for both men.
This is such a close fight. I really, really think, though, if Spider can keep working the body, he could turn it in his favor.
Ooh, and this is why I love to see this, because you can tell it's not just these fighters on Xbox and PlayStation. There is a little bit of a different feel to how some of these fights go, and they are a little different, and you can really tell that we've got 2 of the best from Xbox right now going at it, and there's just so much patience involved in their striking techniques, and it's beautiful to watch. Big rear uppercuts. There's that straight left. Spider's doing a great job. Just firing it out there. Standing still. Firing it out there when he's in range. And there's the big lead roundhouse again. Catching him has landed a few times right there. Pride just trying to get that pull counter. Shuffle back right here to jab. Trying to eat that straight. And there's a little clinch attempt. Why is he mixing up? Big knee to the body. Let's see what they do here. Get some fakes out. The over-under coming out. And we do have a bit of a wrestling advantage. Pride knows he's got 2 minutes left. Maybe wants to secure this. He got that double under hit on Pride is a phenom in the grappling department. Never uses it, but he's real good. Gets that back, and he might try and grab it. Nice little job there, hitting back to the over-under. Into the double under and a break. Good job by Spider. Spider doesn't like to grapple much, but he is hard to hide down and does usually get the fight back to where he wants. And a good job here, implementing that straight left to the body. Pride just whiffing on his own straight left, gets a little roundhouse off and steps straight into that straight left. Beautiful job. Pride going ham, catches it back with a straight left again. And this is not good for Spider.
This might be the factor that wins the fight right here if it goes to a decision.
Yeah, I think it will be. I think that knockdown is definitely going to get that point. And here we go. Pride going to posture up. Knows that he wants this position. Deny here. Nice and safe. And I think you're right, Mirko. I think he's going to win the fight like this. Oh, big elbows. Body, head, body, body, head. Man, look at the flashing traffic lights that is Spider's health bars right now. He doesn't have much left here. We've got 10 seconds left in this round. Beautiful reversal. I don't know if it will be enough. And Spider came on strong in that last round as well. But I don't know if it was enough. Do you think Pride took that one, Mirko?
You know, I'm going to go ahead and give it to Pride for sure. Just because the knockdown in the third round, I think, kind of won him his second round he needed. He obviously won the first round. Second round was really close. He definitely won the third. I got it 29-28 Pride.
Yes, I agree. Maybe even 30. You could maybe give him that first round as it was so close. See what the judges have to say. 30-27. One of them did give it 29. Okay. And there we go. Prioxis coming through with that win over the Spider, and it's now can't believe those two had never fought before. What a beautiful little striking matchup. Spider finding home for some of his shots there. Good job firing that piston straight left to the body and using that straight left just to deter Pry stepping in with that forward pressure. But Pry once again just showing his creativity and ability to just shut people down and execute beautifully with combinations at the right timing. And I think one of the best things about Pry is probably the shot selection, Mirko. He picks exactly what to throw, and very rarely does he make mistakes in choosing the right shot.
Very rarely made any mistakes tonight, and it showed just really, really good. And statistics show it all right here.
Yeah, great matchup. Great fight. Wonderful. A beautiful way to kick us off here into the final two PlayStation fights of the night. We've only got two left. It's been a relatively quick card tonight. Zooming through it. A couple of decisions here and there, but it has been a nice little event with some great matchups. So we can have a little recap of this latest card. Or this, have a little look here tonight. We had some good fights kicking us off. Scope versus King BKR. King doing a good job showing up, and Scope as well. Great little fight to get us going, and Ty with that win over Aztec. Great little matchup there. Ty showing, I think Aztec was a bit too overzealous in that matchup there, but Mezzarine tried to implement that grappling game against the Curtis Blades pick by Adva. Adva doing a good job with that front kick, hitting that single high crotch every single time. And then Dylan fought short notice Silverine, which was a close matchup right there. And I can't remember who took that one in the end. I feel like Dylan came through. Silverine showed up. No, he didn't, did he? Wait, I'm thinking of the wrong matchup. I can never remember these. Then we did have Jab Spray eventually coming on for a great fight against Mr. Triangle City there. Great little fight matchup there. T2 Shifty fought Gorisan. What a beautiful fight. Two great strikers. T2 Shifty coming out on top, just edging over Gorisan there. Great to see those two fight again. Then Drizzo didn't fight Sliv in the end. I believe he fought... Oh my goodness. For some reason tonight, I cannot remember these fights, but I know Drizzo came through with that Nick Diaz pick. Oh no, didn't he get out grappled? It doesn't matter. The point is,
he got out grappled. He actually, he lost the decision there.
It's been a good night of fights. We have two left, and the champ is going to defend his belt tonight. We want to just make sure these fights come through right now. Just hearing from the guys in the back, just to make sure everything is fine and dandy. It has been a little bit of an evening of not as smooth as some of these cards have gone. And also apparently Jab Straight announcing now that he's joined the King's MMA, the World King's MMA fight camp as well, which is, I believe, an emerging fight camp here. We don't have a couple more fighters coming up. We're going to see that one soon. We need to get a logo for the overlays for the stream from those guys. Make sure you get one sent through to the graphics department. The ESFL, so we can update that for you. And we want to bring this next fight to you. It's going to be a good one. We got the GOAT, as he was called. One of the first big names we had here on the PlayStation scene, always showing up. I mean, there's a couple of guys at the top of the PlayStation leaderboards and in the ESFL who are just so good. And Goat is one of those people, and he's taken on Pre-United, which is just going to be a great matchup. And I believe you fought some of these guys. Is that right, Mirko?
Yes, I've fought Pre-United before in Ultimate Team. I've also fought Swiss in Ultimate Team. Never have ever fought them in the, what's it called, ranked championships. Never done just the basic online championships against them.
Yes. Anything you picked up fighting those guys?
That they're really, really good.
Yep.
Like I said, Swiss is one of the guys, like I said, that I've gotten spinning back kicks a couple times where, I mean, he was really putting it to me for the match, but you're still able to find openings because he's very aggressive. With Pre-United, I hate to say it, but the guy runs backwards a lot. The guy really relies on countering a whole lot. Definitely a backwards type of fighter. Nothing wrong with that. Not my type of style. Very frustrating style, but those styles win fights.
I like to fire a little countery. You know, I like to look at the opens. I like to throw that front kick, that straight left as you're coming in. Counter that aggression, hit that body, them knees. So I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I don't think there's anything wrong with it.
No, me either. Like I said, the only thing wrong with it is...
Yeah, of course, of course. Right, the next fight, it looks like we're ready to go, guys. I've just dropped it over to you there in case you couldn't find it there, Mirko, but looks like it is going to be at welterweight here, which is going to be absolutely fantastic. And I can't wait to see this because we've got the GOAT taking on Pre-United right here. They're in the booth. Welterweight, I don't think we've had a welterweight. We did have one welterweight fight actually earlier. We'll see what these guys pick up. I want to see a Colby Covington pick from somebody tonight, please. I don't think we'll get a Johnny Hendricks pick here. T Wood is phenomenal on this game. I'm sorry for that yawn, guys. I apologize. I let that one slip. I'm usually good at stifling them. It is 3:30 right now in the UK. I apologize for that. Pre-United thinking about it, and Diaz, we will see it. Gonna have to be careful that it hits the ground. If you pick Diaz, you can kind of corral any kind of grappling attempts for your opponent, but it's safe to say your opponent can assume you're not going to initiate any grappling. So that's an offensive strategy that you can put out of your mind if you're fighting a Nick Diaz. If you agree, Mirko.
I do agree. Sorry, you cut out again. I apologize.
Sorry. It's all right. Technology. One day we will be on a stage. It's fine. You know, there'll be microphones. It's all good.
Much easier when you're in person.
Of course. These guys have fought each other a lot. A lot. GOAT, I believe, has 87 wins over Pre-United here, which is...
that's unbelievable. Who has that much time? 87.
I don't even have 87 fights on ranked. I don't think. I don't think I even have 87 fights. But here we go. We're going to get this. This is the co-main event of the evening right here. They've gone straight into it. We have GOAT, the GOAT, in the red gloves, taking on Pre-United in the blue. That Diaz pickup here. But yeah, I know that Pre used to fight a little countery, and GOAT's definitely good at fighting going backwards. We saw how he beat the Iron Sharif when he first came into the ESFL in a classic matchup, one of the early days matchup, but I definitely think Pre-United adopted a much more pressure-heavy style, as the guys in the back are reminding us in recent fights, and we'll see if he can implement that on GOAT, who can definitely fight well going backwards, but they're in pocket trading right here, Mirko.
Really doing some work here. I see a lot of unchecked kicks, which is traditional Diaz material, unfortunately.
Yeah, and you want to be careful. Beautiful job sitting down and firing off that roundhouse right there. GOAT finding great timing to land that roundhouse. Didn't step into it, fired it just from planting, and you know it's going to do big damage, and all of Woodley's kicks do big damage, especially those leg kicks, which, like you said, have been going unchecked right here. Oh, there's a point from Pre. Tries to get the 1-4 in there, and there's the outside leg kick, the inside leg kick, excuse me. And oh, good job catching that there, Pre. Goat going straight back to that, unlike Goat to repeat that. Oh, beautiful job hitting the body right there. And here we go, Pre, with that forward pressure, getting that straight in there, using that jab to gauge, push back, and Goat needs to get off the cage right here. Oh, leans in.
To take it to the ground. That was really good footwork, and he should have utilized that and to turn it and parlay it into a takedown.
Yeah, that would have been good. Shoot that double right there. And Goat does have great striking. I'm sure he feels confident being able to stand. Now he's got pre-united against the cage, but he did move into that lead hand of Diaz for the first time here. He's going to take a little chunk off that head health. And it looks like Goat's going to try and implement some leg kicking game right here. He's definitely going to it. That right leg pre-united.
Like I said, pre-united really likes fighting backwards sometimes. Let's see, he's going back to his old ways.
Yeah, it's hard when you're fighting Goat because he's very technical, and he always has a game plan that he wants to implement. He's really good at sticking to that game plan and finding ways to make it work. Look at that. Steps in with the 1-2 and then doesn't back out. Stands in there, hits the jab, rear uppercut.
That would have been a prime opportunity for a takedown right there. Now he's going to pay for it with a couple body shots, unfortunately.
I think you're right, yeah. And Pre stepping in. 4-punch combination. Oh, beautiful work. Come look at these uppercut lead hook combinations.
He's not trying to take him down. I do not see why he's trying to he's not trying to take him down whatsoever.
Yeah, maybe he wants to weather the storm a little of pre-united right here. He has hit that lead leg a lot, and the stamina is down a little bit on pre-united. He's kind of taking a lot of shots unanswered, but he is letting pre-united unloading him a little bit with some beautiful work with straights and lead uppercuts and jabs and rear uppercuts right there. And there's a nice lead roundhouse straight to the body and then into the rear roundhouse, but doesn't get it off. We're going to the second.
You know, that round was really... I don't know what to say about it. It was a good round, but there was a lot of missed opportunities on both ends.
Yeah, I think Goat definitely had some chances to shoot that takedown, but maybe he doesn't want to do it. Maybe he thinks he can keep it on the feet, keep it working. Maybe he wants to keep working that leg kick as well here. But we're going to see. We get that second round running at each other right now, and some really nice combinations from pre-united. Not just the combinations, but the timing of each individual shot has been such that he can keep chaining those attacks continuously. It doesn't have to be part of one big combination. It's just individual shots, well timed and well placed. Oh, beautiful work there by Goat.
Wow.
Hits the right hand. Pre-united stepped in, and now's that right leg kick.
Oh, now the body's rocked too. Oh my God, he's got him in every direction.
This is Goat now turning it up, knowing he can do it. Has to be careful sitting on the inside. The switch to orthodox.
Forcing him to change his stance, which could really hinder striking, and it looks like it is.
Oh my goodness, here goes Goat just unloading right now. Keeping that stamina.
Sticking it, the pre-united eating shots for days like he's on vacation in Cancun, Mexico.
And pre-united did he walked into that right hand, really. He bounced in through his 2 lead uppercut, bounced out, bounced in.
Is still lit up. Look at that, still flashing.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to stop flashing at any point in time soon. You don't get much health recovery, if any, I don't believe, on those legs. And Goat did a great job reading that time of pre-united on those entries here, but there he got that takedown, and now it's been reversed. Pre-united might sit on top right here, straight past a half guard. Don't see that every day. No fakes coming off of that one. And the trading strikes here on the ground as well. Full guard for Goat. Who's going to hit that half guard, doesn't get it. Shots to the body block right here, trying to control that posture. And you know Goat probably wants his back on the feet. Pre-united's fine to just ride this out on top. Woodley not the best off his back here. But obviously Diaz not the best on top either. So kind of even right now. Nice job stopping that transition. Little check shots. He's do score points when you're on the ground right here. Fake the full guard. Hit twice more than hit that full guard. Goes for the over-under. Comfortable in the clinch here.
Luckily for Goat, he had that knockdown with the leg kicks there earlier, which is going to help him out with this round, but at the same time, Diaz definitely racked up some points there.
I don't know why he doesn't throw this leg kick right. Oh, no, he's... for some reason, I thought he was in southpaw. I was like, why isn't he throwing the leg kick right now? That's my bad. Oh, beautiful little lead left hand. Hitting the chin right there at Goat, and that lead hook to the body working.
The body, too.
Man, he is stepping out when throwing those hooks as well, charging up that rear uppercut by stepping out into it.
He needs to get back doing the legs. It's really done him some good this round. It's probably what's helped him win most of this round, but now it's starting to slip away from him.
Yeah, and Pre-United doing a good job standing strong, using that boxing, catching with that left hook on the inside, big left hand to the body. Tries to come back with a lead uppercut as well there, but the right hand, there's a nice roundhouse to finish. Close fight, real close fight right here. This is the co-main event.
I'm going to give that round to Woodley, so we're talking, I got it 1 round to 1.
1 round to 1.
This is very close.
Third and final here for the co-main event of the evening at the Esports Fight League 42. It has been a great night of fights here, joined in the booth by Mirko Brokop, and we are turning it up right now as we got Goat taking on Pre-United. And they are slinging in the middle of the octagon right now. Pre-United trying to find a home for those 3-punch combinations up top. That duck timing just a little wild here. Go looking for the count. He managed to land that big right hand earlier. Walked him onto it. Pre-United doing a bit of a better job entering. Not always stepping through with the jab, but stepped in with that one. Ate the 1-2. The one rear uppercut's coming back at the forward pressure right here off that jab lead hook as he's corralling him into the fence, building that grapple advantage. Their uppercut comes in too with that left hack to the body by Pre-United, but he's going to keep walking into that lead uppercut as well, and they are swinging here, Mirko. The pressure is turning up.
Definitely is. This is such a fight. Oh, and Goat has him rocked. He's got him against the cage. Really just throwing it in his head right here. Surprised he hasn't worked the legs more after all the success from the first round.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, doing some damage against Pre-United.
Man, they are just walking in, both throwing those lead hooks when they're coming forward to the body, and both trying to return with the uppercuts, and no one's really landing them either. Beautiful pull counter right here, and look at this cage control by Goat, stepping to his left, keeping Pre-United right here, but those fake jabs have got him off. Goat backing up right here, not sure if he's trying to create some space to fire through an overhand or to get those leg kicks back in here, so he's allowing that space.
Leg check right there.
Yeah, he is checking that leg, which he needs to do. 2 minutes 30. Nice lead uppercut, but he needs a rear uppercut of his own. The 1-2 trade, and
rocks him again.
Big right hand almost landed on the chin of Pre-United. He throws a lead uppercut, right hook to the body. Oh, but walks into another one, and that might be it.
Down. And it's all over. Diaz is Pre-United eats punches, and it is over. Goat sticks it to Pre-United and dominates that round.
You gotta love that celebration from Woodley as well, right there. Going crazy.
Man, very savage celebration. Pre-United is still trying to gather his thoughts as he's trying to get back up on the stool.
He tried to duck it. He didn't have much of a choice. He was already rocked. Just moved into it.
Right here. Bam. Straight to the job.
And
knuckle sandwich followed up with knuckle cupcakes.
There's real good work from both fighters. I mean, they both definitely got to implement their game plan. Both really got to show what was happening. And a really, really close matchup.
He put on a good performance, but definitely has to feel disappointed with some of those missed opportunities he definitely had earlier in the fight, but unfortunately didn't capitalize on it. And Goat remains just that in this rivalry. Goat of this rivalry and the victor tonight at ESFL 42.
For sure, and he's going to take that momentum and he's going to look for another title shot, because you know he wants to get that belt back. And speaking of belts, that's exactly what we've got coming up next in our main event of the evening. And a quick announcement just before that. Unfortunately, guys, following that loss to Prioxis, the Spider is announcing his retirement here from the Esports Fight League, which is very sad because I'm always excited to see him fight. I think he's truly one of the best in the world at this video game, and it's a shame to see him retire, but the pressure gets to you, and you know, I'm sure he's got bigger and better things to move on to as well.
Absolutely.
All right, now this main event. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. These two fighters have been absolutely dominant in their respective fights recently. And I am very, very excited to see how this plays out right here. As I say this and look for it because I can't find it right now. But guys, we really hope that you enjoy fight cards that are as good as these. These have been some fantastic fights tonight. Some really good close matchups. The jab straight fight was phenomenal. That last fight was phenomenal. The striking matchup between Spider and Priox is all good fights this evening. Do you have a favorite fight, Mirko, that we've had so far?
You know, I would have to say it was probably going to be Krill Daddy. And I'm trying to see who that was he fought there. That was an amazing fight. That he was losing. He was down 2 rounds, nothing, with less than a minute left. Nails that spinning back kick. I think it was against Dylan R.
Yes, that's right. He did fill in on short notice. That's right. He filled in on short notice against Dylan R. And yeah, beautiful job. Oh my goodness. Yeah, some real good. Some comebacks right there as well. It's always good to see a comeback victory. I mean, we've seen some crazy comeback victories, but knew that he had to go for it and bit down on that mouthpiece and went for it. And we'll see what happens tonight in this main event. Personally, I don't know if anyone can take that belt from Swiss right now. We are just waiting for the fighters to finally get themselves ready. What we'll do here, guys, so you can grab yourself oh no, I was going to say so you can grab yourself a drink, but it looks like you might not have time. Because
we're going to the main event.
We are going straight to the main event. They are in the lobby and getting themselves ready right now. Obviously, we're going to be doing this at lightweight, as we always do with this big matchups. These title fights, always at lightweight. Everyone loves a good lightweight matchup. So many things to pick. But also, I think, because obviously you have Conor McGregor, which we know is a favorite for a lot of fighters, for sure. But we're going to see. We're going to see who comes out on top of this one. I am very excited. And we're going to jump on over to the fight. Here we go. Oh, and they are. Oh, that's me. I can hear myself. All right. I'm like, they're talking on the mic. Nope, that's me. We're going to jump over to the fight. Here we go. Right, I'm pressing that. There we go. There we go. We're in. We're in. Let's see if whoever's hosting can just crank down the volume on their ESFL broadcast so we don't hear ourselves back whilst commentating. Because I can hear that right now. So you fought both these fighters, correct, Mirko?
Yes, I've actually beat Swiss Linebackers in Ultimate Team, like I said, which is way different than Online Championship. He's also gotten the better of me. I was able to crack the code a couple times. I beat a Bathing Ash as well in the same thing. I couldn't tell you who's won more. I've only came across them a couple times. I know they beat me. I've beat them a time or two. But what I can tell you is that I fought both these guys, both guys highly talented. If I had someone to pick tonight, I'm not going to pick anybody. I'm going to be impartial because I am a commentator. But as a fan, it's so hard for me not to.
I wouldn't know who to pick in this matchup. I definitely think Swiss is a very dominant champion, but a Bathing Ash definitely has all the tools to make it an interesting fight and to take the belt. So we'll see, man. When ESFL started, the belt changed hands a lot, and we're definitely seeing some of these fighters now start to establish themselves and hold on to these titles and defend them consecutively, and that's definitely what Swiss has been able to do. So it just gives me more confidence. I think that he's going to hold on to it, but we're straight on through to it right now, and they are going to get it on nice and quick. Here we go, Swiss in the red gloves, the main event of the evening. A Bathing Ash wearing those championship shorts, almost to taunt him, I feel, somehow. But they're going to get it on. McGregor Barboza pick up. No time for introductions right here, and they're getting right after it, nice and fast. It's just a different pace that they fight. On PlayStation, I've just noticed that the pace is often so much higher in this title fight. Is just non-stop. These two are going at each other, and Swiss loves that forward pressure. Straight to the body, lead left hook, and great job by Bathing Ash. He's finding homes for these kicks in this firefight, which is really not easy. I love the Barboza pickup. He just has to create space for himself to get all those powerful kicks off. He does have a lot of footwork and a lot of speed, and there we go. The lead side kick to the head, into the side kick to the body, into the shot for the double leg. Doesn't get the takedown though.
Oh, he was waiting on that. And he was also waiting for that takedown. Waits on again. Oh, beautiful way to avoid
roll.
the takedown.
Just getting out of there with a little Grammy roll. Great job.
That's pretty crazy. You know what a Grammy roll is? I train in jiu-jitsu. It's one of the main things in terms of escapes.
For sure. Yeah, that's great. It's hard to get it off, but you can do that real quick if you snatch that up. And these two...
Tony Ferguson's really good at that. He'll literally do Grammy roll mid takedown.
Yeah, we've seen it.
Front rolls.
And it's a great tactic.
Did it against Josh Thompson.
He can go straight for that ankle or that knee, but we're going to focus on this main event. I know it's hard not to. Oh, beautiful straight lead hook into the hand plant roundhouse. Blocks again into the head kick, but comes back with left hook at the upper. That's it. It's over. It's over. It's
a bathing ass knocks out Swiss Liebbacks with that uppercut. We got to see a replay of that.
Oh my goodness.
We have a new champion. Look at this right here.
Boom. Big
right
uppercut.
Into it.
That's why.
Very ill-timed head movement by Swiss Liebbacks. Both hands down against a very, very strong bathing ash.
And he stepped right into him, load up on it, full weight.
Literally gave him his chin.
That will knock you out. That's gonna knock anyone out.
We now have a new champion.
Wow.
Very quick tonight in the first round via uppercut.
Wow, a bathing ash, new champion, man. It did get out of the first round. I mean, these two are both so aggressive. I think a bathing ash did a good job. We saw a straight
quickest finish of the night.
It was a straight right, left hook, hand plant roundhouse. A bathing ash returned with a jab, head kick, which was bossed by Swiss, who threw that combination and was out of stamina after throwing that hand plant spin. So he had to block that combination, but he returned back a little early there. He was about half stamina when he returned on a bathing ash. And as he returned, a bathing ash was right there with that jab uppercut. And obviously, like you said, Swiss just ducked right into it, had to use that head movement, couldn't back straight out. And wow, so it was a low stamina with the duck into it, led to the clean KO. And we have a new champion. We have a new champion in the PlayStation division. And that throws this whole competition wide open. I'm sure Goat wants a shot right now at a bathing ash, and I would love to see what chat say.
I would very much like to see that get set up. I mean, he did a fantastic job as well. But man, that was a great night of fights. Not any snoozers at all tonight. Everything was great. Even if it was a decision, it was a hard fought decision. Fantastic.
I completely agree. Yeah, we had some great nights. The PlayStation cards always show up as well, and I am beginning to notice a difference in the pace of these fights. You know, these PlayStation fights, these guys just want to get at each other, and if it's over quick, it's over quick. Xbox seems to be, some people like to take their time a little bit more, and it's just two completely different styles often. Not that we don't have these fast matchup on Xbox, but it's very typical sometimes, and it leads for a great night of fights, and that's exactly what it was tonight. It was exactly what it was tonight. And that was it for ESFL 42, guys. Thank you for joining us. We will be back, excuse me, with 43 coming at you next week. We have more cards coming up. Stay tuned and just keep, watching, because we're going to be building up to ESFL 50. And I think we'll have a special announcement around ESFL 50. Thank you for all the support. Since February, since release, we have managed to put a card on at least, well, once a week, sometimes twice a week in the early days here as well. So we're still here, still putting these cards on. Thank you all for showing up. We hope we can entertain you. We know the UFC was on yesterday, Russia. We hope you enjoyed that. We bring you that Sunday entertainment, those live fights. And we know we have the Conor matchup coming up soon as well. So we'll be here on Sundays, always on Sundays, bringing you some extra MMA action. But Mirko Brokop, thank you so much for joining us. Welcome to the commentary team.
It was great to be here tonight. Thanks for the warm welcome. Look forward to next Sunday for another stacked night of action. If it's anything like tonight, we're in for another great night. Thank you very much for everybody tuning in tonight. ESFL 42. I am Mirko Brokop. This is Balian. Good night.
Good night.